Welcome to the Bardic Cauldron, wizards young and old, where daring adventures and terrible jokes are told. Grab you a mug of your favorite brew, grab you a seat, and enjoy the view. Welcome back, guys and gals, to our 8th or ninth episode of Heroes of Theros. I know I'm behind on uploading that. I was gone for a week doing some real life and personal business and as well as business stuff out of state, but I'm back and we're gonna jump back into tonight's episode of Heroes of Theros, and as well we're also going to be doing Chris Strahd back up this Sunday as well. I'll have all these episodes uploaded, hopefully, knock on wood, by Saturday. So there'll be 3 episodes for you guys to catch up on. So without further ado, we are missing one person tonight. Celine will not be with us. We know the eastern side of the United States is going through a cold front. Some people are not attuned to the cold, and sometimes power does get lost. So we hope that Celine gets to feeling better and everything goes well with that. But without further ado, I'm going to jump in. Last time on Heroes of Theros, our heroes, after getting to know Mystico, also now known as Faberon the Fearless, got to know him a little bit and started making their plans for the impending return of the Cult of Horn members. Between going to the Church of Heliod, going to the market and purchasing a diamond, and many other things, our heroes prepared and waited. As they did, while Leopold hid underneath the bed upstairs, the Cult of Horns appeared inside the home and began making their way to the basement, where, as our adventurers found, there being some sort of occult room dedicated to Xenagos, large sarcophagus in the back, and a pentagram in the middle, where they stand and have their meeting and perform whatever rituals are need be. As the cult began their meeting, our heroes began watching, waiting for the right time to strike. One of the cult members opened up an urn, releasing a horrific creature known as a Woe Strider, as later Arthos would come to realize is a being that has tried to break their fate, tried to go against what destiny had planned for them, and thus turn them into this horrid creature. And thus a fight broke out. During the fight, when all seemed to go bad, a mysterious Akroan soldier came down the steps, wielding a mace that was all too familiar to the group, as well as a shield of Erois. Together, the party was successful in defeating the Woe Strider. After the battle, the mysterious Akroan soldier collapsed and seemed to shrink down, and revealed Leopold, the young little boy from Setessa that the party has pretty much adopted at this point, and at least keeps with and kept with them for this time. Awakening Leopold, they asked what he remembered. Leopold had told the party that he had asked for Erois to give him the power to help, whatever it was. And it seemed that his prayer had been answered. And there, the party began to interrogate the last remaining Cult of Horns member, who, more than anything, wasn't necessarily a devout member, was just kind of there for the free food and snacks, is basically what he was there for. There, he started to explain the inner workings of what he knew about the cult and how they worked. There, the party learned that Sigmund, the advisor to the Queen, Queen Taranika, was in fact working with the Cult of Horns. And there, the party took the young member, after dropping off the skeleton named Bones, to the Church of Atheros Boris to use as a helper. Damocles took the young cult member, let the guards take him, as our heroes began to make their way back into the throne room to speak with Taranika. Asking Taranika to part with Sigmund for a moment, Damocles took Sigmund out to speak with him privately, and perhaps get a drink that is owed. The party reveals Sigmund's treachery, and before able to gain much more information, a stray arrow coming from the darkness attempts to pierce the young queen, but misses, as the party now gazes upon, besides Cantor, into the dark, where a hooded figure can be seen with their bow kind of outstretched, and they had just finished firing an arrow. At this point, I will allow my players time to react to said event. So,
how far is this assailant from me currently?
Alright, so
do I see him?
I'll say he's like on this pillar right here.
Where you at?
This pillar right here. The little green right here. You look down.
Oh, there we go.
Cool.
I didn't have the whole screen on my screen. There we go.
I'm gonna
he's
get back.
ways off. Okay.
I'm gonna get back up to their level spell slot for a second.
I could probably easily run up to him.
Witch Bolt, 3rd level.
What's the range on Witch Bolt?
Oh, never mind. 30 feet. You know what? Let's do Chaos Bolt then. 120 feet.
Okay, you're
3rd
gonna
level.
toss a Chaos Bolt. Go ahead and toss that Chaos Bolt if you would, then.
Oh, where?
I'm going to run up and put myself between. Oops, that's not it. Between Taranika and the assailant.
Okay. Just kind of like.
And try to give her cover.
Yeah, give her a little extra cover. Okay.
I'm gonna do that and take out my bow and be ready.
Okay. And what did you get on Chaos Bolt?
18.
Got 18. 18 does hit.
Cool. That's gonna be. So it's a d6 for every level, so that's. Plus a 2d8, so that's 2d8 plus 3d6.
Wow.
It's the second highest thing I got besides Witch Bolt.
Okay.
Need my dice, and the d8s determine what energy it is. If they don't fly out of my dice box.
Run away! Run away!
We're free! We're free from the tyrant. Let's make it. Yeah, let's make it fire. It's a firebolt.
Okay, Firebolt. Or
Gonna do
fire. Yeah, because Chaos Bolt. Yeah.
It's a chaos bolt.
Yeah.
It's a bolt of fiery energy.
Okay. And how much damage?
25 points of damage.
Ooh, very nice. All right, Cantor, what did you want to do?
If I know the gist of where he's come or where this arrow came from, I'm thinking I should be able to get pretty darn close because that's 40. That's 40 feet, and then if I can do like a 5-foot step into it, that'd put me right on top of the column here, or the same square as the column.
All right, so is that where you were originally? It was right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So if
Yep.
you
I have not moved that from last session.
Oh, you moved from since last session. Yeah, that should get you right there.
Because I can go. Yeah, I can get right into here. I mean, 40 feet is my movement, but if I can do like a 5-foot step into it,
Could you jump with that as well?
I believe I can.
I think you should be.
Because he's elevated, correct? The assassin.
Yeah, he is elevated. Yeah, it's probably like a 8-foot column.
Oh, that's nothing. Man, nothing.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to do some type of like an athletics or something like that. I'm assuming.
I'll allow you to do either athletics or acrobatics.
All right, cool.
Parkour your way up
I
there.
prefer acrobatics.
Okay, you can do acrobatics.
Nice.
Where was that? Scroll down. Ah, 19. How's about that?
19. You're able to kind of like jump, and you are able to like grab the ledge and kind of like swing yourself kind of up there.
All right. Can I then do an action surge?
Yes, you may. I will allow that.
Cool. So I
Did you
will
use it last
do.
fight?
What's that?
Did you not use it last fight?
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, you did.
Did you use it?
I
Did
did.
you use an action to get up there?
No, I think you just used your movement.
I just used my regular movement up there.
Okay, so then,
So you don't
yeah,
technically need to action surge.
yeah, then you still got your regular action.
Okay.
Pop up.
There we
Beat
go.
his ass.
Does a 13 hit?
13. 13 does not hit.
Ah.
Ooh,
Okay.
must be wearing studded.
It kind of dodges.
Okay.
You still have key points in your bonus action.
I know. I'm looking here. Yeah, I guess I could do flurry of blows or
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah,
Or I could do my martial arts bonus action, right? But I think my martial arts has to.
You have to hit first before you can use.
Yeah, my martial arts I have to hit first, but flurry of blows I don't think.
Yeah, flurry of blows you don't have to.
So we'll do that. So I get to do 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Yes, you do.
So
Off.
12 and a 27, which was a
That's
natural
a
20.
crit.
All right.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that damage, and whatever that damage is, add what is it? D6 for you, or is it D8?
It's D4.
It's D4.
Okay.
So it's 5 plus 4, so I did total of 9 on them.
Okay, that's 9 damage. Okay.
Yep.
Celine and Fezzik, is there anything you want to do before Celine does anything?
Uh,
I know you're more of a up and close fighter, but I don't know if you have anything, so I figured I'd give you the option to do so.
yeah. Let me see.
How many hit points do you have, Cantor, right now?
How many what?
Do you have full health right now?
No, I'm just under.
Just under?
Because I want to say Thea gave me a heal, and I did my whatchamacallit.
Right. Okay. I might have an idea. Arthos might shout to you an idea in a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan.
They might be stupid.
I can
Hey.
go there
I'm always game for stupid.
and
Like
throw
shoving a
grapple.
dude.
Oh, pushing them off.
That might be like what I plan.
You
Toss
could
a
always
javelin?
try doing.
Yep. Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit. You see, he takes his bow and kind of like smacks it away from him.
It's up to you, Cantor.
Uh,
I did. I respect him for 9 points.
Celine is going to. I'm looking at Celine's.
Can't Celine cast summon animals?
She can. She has conjure animals.
Ooh.
Let me look.
That's what she. That's the
Get some like an eagle or something like that to go and
like
fly.
a giant eagle.
Alright,
It
let me
doesn't have
Get
to
the
be a
guys
giant
out.
eagle.
oh,
Make it like
see.
a falcon or a hawk or
She
something.
can do
Well, because
either.
if you do,
Alright, so she can do, I'll let you guys choose. A beast of challenge rating 2 or lower, 2, 1 or lower, 4, half or lower, or 8, fourth or lower.
I need to look up what beasts you can summon, or at least the example beasts.
So let's see. I believe.
No, I said something like birds to distract the guy.
I mean, we could
She could summon a giant
a swarm?
boar, giant constrictor snake, polar bear, rhinoceros, saber-tooth tiger.
I feel like we should do a giant bird.
She should be able to do something, maybe like a couple hawks or something
She
like
could
that.
do 2 giant vultures.
2 giant vultures? Why
That
not?
works.
They're medium size. Well, actually, no, they're large, but they could still grab them and drag them off.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. She could do 2 giant vultures.
But that's more
sounds
creatures
good.
for on our side.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, you want to do 2 giant vultures?
Yeah, let's
Alright,
do it.
let me
Let's get
pull
As
up
long as
some.
I don't get confused
Yeah.
with me.
Let's pull up the giant vulture stat sheet real quick because I am not
Yeah.
familiar with it right off the top of my head.
Something flying, something that can really annoy this guy and keep him from leaving.
Okay, because their flight speed is 60 feet. And they have pack tactics.
The beauty of vultures.
Oh my, that's
yeah, I
gorgeous.
forgot they had pack tactics.
Oh my god. I didn't even know they had pet tactics.
Okay.
I just was like, giant vulture? Why not? Flying
So,
thing.
for the sake of, because I don't think I have the giant vulture token, it's going to be 2 owls for the moment.
That's,
For me.
And
we can use our imagination.
she could do that within 60 feet. And that is perfect. For where
Oh, and
are.
they can make 3 attacks.
Yeah, they can. Okay.
Oh no, 2 attacks.
Let
One
me
with
pull-
beak, one with talons.
Let me pull up.
Cool.
Yes, I'll let you guys make those choices. Alright, the assassin's right there.
Through the assassin.
Yep, so as soon as she does that, let me, still learning conjure animals. I think conjure animals,
I think they work on their own initiative turn.
do they work on their own initiative? Okay, so I'll just say for roll initiative, yeah, so they do have their own turns. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright, so these things are going to make attacks real quick. And they get how many attacks?
2 attacks. One with their beak, one with their talons.
And they get advantage because they're right next to each other.
You're not letting this guy off the hook real easily.
That's a dirty 20.
No, we're not.
And we shouldn't. This guy tried to kill the queen.
Yeah.
Wow, those both hit on the first attack for,
They're just pecking at him.
first attack. That's 12 damage on the first vulture. Did that. Second vulture.
Yeah, the bigger they are, the more
Uh,
damage they can do.
Hits again. Alright, so it only hit once, but that's still pretty good. With that, I'll say since all that kind of happened like really quickly, I'm gonna have this guy make a dexterity saving throw.
It's getting smacked around.
Yeah. So he's gonna have to, no, we'll have him do we'll have him do an acrobatics check. See if he's able to stay on there. With
Yeah.
all that damage that just went through. And so, here's the thing. He got a dirty 20, but
Oh my
with
God.
all you guys hitting him all at once, I'm gonna go through and see, go through the damage, and if any of these fail, he falls.
So
Okay.
that was on the first.
Yep, that was on your case.
That was my chaos bolt. Okay.
Okay, the second one, that that passed. He's got that passes. After the first vulture, see the vulture kind of like scratches his eye. He goes to like try and brace, falls backwards,
Yeah,
and
baby.
he is knocked prone, giving you guys the opportunity to try and get to him. So you guys have another like pseudo initiative, whatever this is. We'll start up at the top with I'll say Leopold kind of comes over and checks on her. I'll see Fabrant goes ahead, pulls up his shield as well, forming kind of like a shield wall. You've got basically like 3 shields, because you see even Leopold takes his broken shield and kind of like brings it up.
Oh, baby.
Arthos, you were the first one.
Okay, I have 35 feet of movement. If I dash, it's 70 feet of movement. I can
Yeah.
move. You know what? You know what? Yeah, screw it. I want to get up close and personal with this guy. And there's nothing else I can do, but I just want to get up and close so he has nowhere to go.
Okay.
And then it was Thea, right?
Yep. Thea.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Let's see. I don't want to leave Taranika.
Do you have anything ranged?
I do. I have my bow out. Inner range is 80 feet. Outer range is 320, so I'm going to take a pot shot at him.
Now, since he's
Just to
prone,
see if I hit him.
That would be with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh. No,
Especially since
it'd
it'd be long range.
I'm going to do that anyway because I don't want to leave the queen.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you.
Never know.
Yeah, never know.
Oh, no. Haha, the first one was a 2, so yeah. Second one was 7, so no.
Okay.
That's a big fat
I
no.
believe it was Cantor next.
Cantor could just hop down and smack it with his knee.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to
What?
probably do. I'm going to use my my regular attack with it, my quarterstaff and whatnot. So those should be at advantage, right?
Yep, he's prone.
You're just jumping down, like a staff over your head, ready to smack him in the
Let's
chest with it.
see. It's my quarterstaff.
Let's
So-
see.
The
26.
first one- so I got a 20 or a 26. Which one do you want?
I mean,
They're
those both
both
hit.
really good.
Those both hit, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that's 8 points of damage there,
Okay.
and then I can do my martial arts attack afterwards, which I'm trying to remember. That's just one attack afterwards, right?
Yep, just one.
So let's do that. 16.
16 hits.
So that's another 6 points of damage.
All right.
With a total of 14.
I have to ask, lethal or non-lethal?
Probably non-lethal.
We don't want him. Yeah, we don't want him dead.
Okay.
Yeah, non-lethal.
Okay.
I
Not
do
yet,
have Speak
anyway.
with Dead now.
Or we could kill him.
No, we want to know where he came from.
All right.
Yeah, technically he could lie and speak with dead. So
And
That's your ability.
Physic.
Still, alright. How bad is he hurting?
He looks pretty bad after Cantor smacking him. He looks pretty bad.
axe him to the chest. Ask him a question.
I see butt stroke him with the end of your axe. Just tonk.
Yep.
Slap him real good.
Would that still be,
You can make it long.
Say that.
Yeah.
Ask that one more time, Ronis.
All
would
I
that
can
still
think
be
of
a
is like
D12?
all I can
Yeah.
think of is like Fezzik in The Princess Bride. Jog his memory. Tunk. I think I jogged him too hard.
Yeah, even with non-lethal,
Yeah.
you'd still do the same damage to that.
Yes.
You're just not ripping his spine out with your axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll non-lethally cut his head off or something.
Okay, cool. I like it.
Non-lethal.
You won't be putting
No.
as much force behind it. That's kind of the way I look at it.
You just
Yeah.
stab him in the neck. Not
Yeah.
too hard, but
Yeah.
enough to get him to bleed.
Oh
my-
there we go.
You got lucky on that one. And you can attack twice.
14 damage.
Okay. He's still up.
Oh, technically.
Oh my
down.
god, he's a hardy bastard.
Oh,
Did you use your second attack?
Yeah, it missed.
It missed? Okay. Sweden's gonna go ahead and just let the birds do their thing. They're gonna swoop down and both make their 2 attacks real quick. Oh wow.
I never thought I'd say I'd
That's
like...
a natural 20.
No! Oh
After-
my god.
After that, it kind of like scratches
So that's-
out. It scratches out his eyes, and he is incapacitated.
Okay.
there we go.
Do the birds not know not to kill him?
Yeah.
Well, they got the eyeballs they can munch on, so that's fine.
You know, he's just missing one eye. He doesn't
That's
need
fine.
both.
After that, she,
Better than his liver.
She'll.
I can speak off of experience. You can survive without eyes.
Yeah, she'll let. Yeah, like literally, like hit so hard that it punctured one of the eyes. So they'll fly around just and,
Shoot.
and they'll perch just in case he tries to run again.
I can literally see them.
Buzzard's just kind of looking excited.
I see they're like drooling from their beaks.
Oh, it's awful.
That's amazing.
All right, let's drag his body onto the carpet or onto the rug so that we can get some better light.
Not on the
Well, they're
carpet
doing
and the rugs. You're going to ruin it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
Leave
I
them
know.
on the stones.
All right, let's just bring him
While
to
they're
the
doing
torch
that, can I
then.
make a perception check to see if there are any other assailants?
There's no need. You kind of take a quick look in this lit chamber. That seemed like it was the only seen assailant. He was just he rolled a good enough stealth check to kind of perch up there to where you guys couldn't see him when you guys came in. So
Okay.
Cool. Pull
Don't
out some
see any more.
pull out some hemp rope, tie him up. Take away his weapons.
all right, you do that. You take away his longbow, his hand crossbow, 2 daggers, and 2 short swords.
Oof, this guy was packing
And-
meat.
And 3 vials of some kind of purple liquid.
This guy
Ooh,
was
poison.
there.
I'm putting that in my satchel, and the rest I'm just dumping on the floor.
Hey, that's my stuff!
Just-
Not anymore.
yeah, your ass belongs to the city now. Since you tried to assassinate the queen.
What do you want? Get your questions over with.
Well, we don't technically need to ask you questions. I can just peer into your mind. So, I mean, you can give us the information willingly, or I'll just take it. Doesn't matter.
Or pry it from your wet, soggy brainstem.
Also, we could just kill you and take your information that way. It's your choice. You got 3 options.
Fine. Since you're gonna be tossing me in some prison. Anyway,
Who said we were going to toss you in a prison?
most...
I mean, the vultures look pretty hungry.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, there's many
ask-
worse things in
Just ask
prison.
her questions.
I'm not asking. I'm demanding.
I'll tell you
Tell
what
us-
you want to know.
All right, fine.
Who
What
sent you?
Make sure you read his mind just in case he's lying.
I'll
Oh,
read.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rip
let
it
me-
apart if you have to.
I don't even have to subtly cast it. I'll use my last 2nd level spell slot to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Pry into his mind.
what's the
Deep
DC?
thoughts. 16.
Probe into his mind so damn deep that you're giving him a rectal exam.
So that's an 18.
Oh, damn. I can only really get his surface thoughts at this point.
Basically, he's like, crap, like, this is the first job, like, I've not been able to complete, and I'm not gonna be able to get back, so this is messed up.
Man, your bosses aren't going to be really happy when they find out you failed.
It's alright, they'll send more.
Sure they will. Just
Try
tell
to
us
get out of
who
his-
sent
Try
you.
to get out of his mind if he's actually wanted. If he's a known assassin.
I don't think he would.
He's done this a couple
I
times.
don't think he would think about that in his surface thoughts.
Well, you just ask him and he'll think about the answer.
So, are you well known around these parts, my good friends? You seem like you are.
In Akros or Theros in general?
Both.
He starts to think about, like, some of the things he's done. He's completed some contracts before, both for the good of Theros and some for the bad of Theros.
Right. He's wanted.
So he's a wanted guy. Who paid you to do this?
Well, technically, I haven't gotten paid yet.
Well, okay. Who hired you to make this hit?
This is a big hit.
You see, he kind of, as he's sitting
Yeah,
there, kind of like.
And honestly, if you didn't get some money up front to make a hit on the effing queen, you're an idiot.
I didn't have a choice, all right. And you see, he kind of thinks about it since you're Arthos. I imagine you're still like got the tech thoughts going, like
Reading his surface thoughts, yeah.
reading the surface thoughts. You kind of come to his thoughts. There's like a memory of him in a swamp of some kind, and you can see a hooded figure in purple robes, kind of. Almost looks kind of like how a priest would dress. It's like, don't fail me, Toxicon. You forget. I kept you alive all this time. Don't disappoint.
There's a god of poisons, correct?
Farika.
Right. Would Arthos recognize if that was a priest?
That would be. You could probably make a religion check if you want to do so.
Yeah, I'll make a religion check. Damn. That's 19.
19. You saw for a split second, like where there was an altar, there was a symbol to the goddess Farika, the goddess of affliction.
All right.
Medicine.
So you work for the goddess of affliction.
Not
Or were you taken in by their cult?
not directly, but yes.
I'm assuming that's what the poison was for.
But he
No,
still
I just-
hasn't answered. He still hasn't answered who. Like, who? Name.
Well, we know what the group was.
Well,
If
I have a feeling probably this cult, just like the Cult of Horns, is flipping everywhere.
Yeah.
So we need something a little bit more specific. I mean, the person who hired him could be literally
Well,
on the opposite side of the world.
well, why would the goddess of afflictions want the Queen of Akros dead?
Not her. Farika cares not for death, but progress. Del Trio, however, is the one that I serve.
Del Trio?
Yes, she is a arch druid or mage that works underneath the goddess herself.
But Del Trio didn't send you.
No, he is. The trio received a letter. That is how we retrieve our jobs.
Does your group work with the Cult of Horns by any chance?
We don't work with those religious creeps.
So then who hired you? You've been dodging around the question all this entire time.
I don't know. I just know. And he kind of like just kind of like pulls out the letter. And kind of like,
He's tied up.
oh, that's right. You see, in my back, there is. I still have the letter. There was
Pull out the letter.
no signature, but the only thing you notice is there is the official stamp of Akros, which can only be done by either the reigning king or queen of Akros or someone close to the king or queen.
I think we know who sent him. And I show the letter to Fezzik, and I tell Cantor about the official seal.
Fezzik.
Definitely going to be Siegfried.
When you see the letter, you could definitely tell that this seal is the official seal of Akros. You've seen it on any letters that your family has received. It has always had this seal on it.
So that can't be a coincidence, can it not? Why would the queen want to kill herself?
Right.
And we just let him go a few minutes ago.
I was technically with Damocles? What's his name?
Damocles, yeah.
That's what
It's
it is.
Damocles, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was escorted. He was escorted.
Right, we need to get to Damocles as soon as possible, but we'll do it in the morning. I am exhausted. Alright, but we also should probably bring this guy to justice, right? Bring him to the prison.
I can have some guards escort him to a cell.
Alright. I think, in the meantime...
I was going to say, we could probably ask the queen to send somebody to, discreetly, for whoever it is that was with him, for the drink and stuff like that. Who was it that went off with him?
Damocles.
Damocles,
Maybe the queen. Yeah, maybe the queen can send some messenger or something like that, a courier, discreetly to them wherever they're at and drinking, to temporarily incarcerate her advisor as well. If we truly feel, that there's a possibility that he's the one who hired this hit.
There's a high possibility.
Who all would have access to the seal?
Besides
Well,
Siegfried and the queen,
it would be Sigmund.
Sigmund.
Sigmund
Only,
and the queen.
only the queen and Sigmund would have access.
And I highly doubt that the queen would put a hit on herself.
So Sigmund was acting on orders of the cult, maybe?
Maybe. We know that he works with the cult, or supposedly works with the cult.
Maybe the cult's catching on to us.
Oh yeah.
And they probably figured we'd go to the queen eventually.
And they
They'd
were trying to
probably
catch us off.
They kill her, pin us for the blame.
Yep.
Sigmund would technically have been active ruler since there was no heir.
Yeah, he
I
had
was
stuck
just
in
gonna
as
bring
like a
that up.
reagent or regent. I'm sorry, not reagent. Regent.
Yeah, he would be acting in the stead, which would be a huge boost to their cult.
Influence, yeah.
And they already have that guy in Meletis.
Yeah, we heard them talking. They're trying to get control of all the boluses.
They're having some trouble with Setessa.
Yep.
Not surprising.
I'm just start walking towards the door and looking out and seeing if I see where Damocles is right outside or close.
You can see Dionycles is walking back, and you see he has
Good.
Sigmund over his shoulder, knocked out.
You knocked him out? Goddamn.
Good. Finally, something's going right.
Oh, sorry. Did y'all want to do that?
No, but
I've been ready to punch somebody for a week now. And...
I lift up our own little friend.
Oh, all right. So you got your own. All right. Good. Good.
So let's interrogate Sigmund for a minute.
Yep. He's gonna toss him. He doesn't do it. Like he tosses him into like this chair over here. It falls over. Oh, I'm sorry, old friend. Let me do this correctly. He fucking pulls him up and shoves his face into the pillar.
All right.
So,
I think
friends,
he's been roughed up enough.
My friends, I have some questions for you. I would suggest, if there's even an ounce of decency left in your body, that you answer the questions. Do you understand me? He seems just like, fine. Just, that really hurts. Like, oh.
I mean, he doesn't really need to answer our questions.
Oh, I was being nice, Sigmund. And he kind of like lets go, and see Sigmund kind of scrambles back up. It kind of like leans against the pillar.
Hey, Sigmund, have you ever had your mind read?
Stop. He kind of like is like stuttering over his words.
You can answer our questions, or I could just peer into you.
Okay. All right. Fine.
All right, who wants to ask the first question?
Who?
That's a kind of a broad question.
While he's
You know
doing
exactly what we're asking here.
I'm going. While everyone's doing that, Arthos will subtly cast Detect Thoughts and peer deep into his mind.
Wisdom saving through.
Yep, DC 16. He doesn't know that I cast it either because no components used.
He has no idea. As you're asking those questions, Cantor, Arthos, you're kind of like peering deep into his head. You can kind of see him talking with a Cult of Horns member. Alright, look, do I really have to do this? I mean, look, she's young, and look, I already feel bad about what happened to King Anax. Sigmund, for all this to go how we want it, we need control of the major policies. Now, Odanus is already ours. Not ours, but Tyrmit has agreed to help us. Now, do your job. And maybe when Xenagos comes back, we'll let you rule over a little slice of Theros.
Wow, it's kind of a low blow there, my friend.
So again, who?
I share
Who are you
the
working
information
with?
I have with everyone.
So we know that he's working with a cultist.
He's
I'm
working
just trying to
for
get
the
the-
cult. And
Yeah.
I'm assuming you had a hand to play in the death of the king.
Yes.
Oh, this gotta like totally surprise the queen right now. Yeah.
You see Taranika is just kind of...
I'm actually gonna look over it. Yeah, I'm gonna look at her. What's she doing?
She is certain they're just watching Sigmund. It's kind of like watching... It's like finding out that your father is a serial killer. Kind of like Face. She's like, I can't believe this. Like,
And let me guess as well. You had it made so the queen would go missing.
No, that is a different story.
Right. And Odonis. Does Arthos recognize the name Odonis?
Odonis is the necropolis, where King Tyramint, a returned king, follower of Erebos, lives and thrives.
So the returned are going to be working for you as well.
With
And let me
us.
guess, you guys are getting so close to getting the Minotaurs on your side.
It's a little difficult, but we have a envoy in Scophos as we speak.
Right. Again, like my blind friend just said, who? We need names.
I don't know. I never see their faces. I never get names.
Right.
Are you in their company long enough to hear them interact with each other?
No.
That you could have picked up any name, not even the person who maybe you were talking to directly, but do you have any names of people that's in this cult? Either working in this polis or another?
No.
No names.
No.
Any
They
name.
they use discretion very, very highly taken.
Right. But I'm assuming you know the name of the person they might be sending to Satessa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give us the name, and maybe we'll let you off the hook for just a minor warning. I bare my claws as I say that.
His name's Dorian. I've only met him one time. He is supposed to be stopping in Tethmos to speak with the... I think he said the Saphir there?
Right. Okay. We need to... Okay.
I'm gonna walk up towards Queen Taranika, being careful to stay below whatever level she's at, giving her the position of authority. And I'm going to ask her, Your Majesty, you have heard what this man has to say. And as it is your life that was nearly ended by him, by his order, what do you wish us to do with him?
It is your call to make, Your Majesty.
By a Crowan law, something like this.
It's treason.
Deserves death.
High treason.
Mm-hmm.
But I will give Sigmund a fair trial. It will be held tomorrow at the Temple of Heliod. You will be surrounded not only by the priests of Heliod, but by me as well. They will hear the things that you have done, and will let Heliod decide what to do with you.
A just ruling, my queen. Shall see that it is done.
I think you should have executed the bastard, but...
My recommendation, Your Majesty, is to, if you don't have him stay with the local guards for the night, that we escort him to the Temple Heliod and let them watch over him for the night until tomorrow's.
Yeah, the cult might want to cut
Wait.
loose their access.
Whatever you think is best. If you want to take him to the temple now, that is fine. If you want to escort and safeguard the cell, I will allow that as well. You see, she's like trying not to like tear up. And
I know this is very difficult for you, I can
Well,
I
sure.
can personally escort him to my god's temple
I
for
feel
you.
like we
And
should
in
all
Not
turn,
stay.
alone.
and I can promise you on my life that I will protect him to the best of my ability.
Yeah, I think we should all go with stay at the temple, take turns guarding.
This that will be fine. If that is what all of you think is best, I will take your advice, and I will let you safeguard him. The trial
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
held at first light, as Heliod prefers.
I look
I
over to the. I was gonna say I was gonna look over to the guard, there, and I'm I apologize if I overstepped your authority on this. We've already had in the past 24 hours one prisoner or follower murdered in a temple. I just
No,
worry if he's in general population
no.
that he's just
This
as
is
much of a risk.
this is fine. I I have no issues with him staying there as
I just
long
don't
as
want to be.
you
I don't want to
all
be
are.
undermining your authority.
No, you are not. You. That is probably what is best. Um, honestly, because I can probably honestly say once this gets out, not many of the Akroan soldiers will probably treat him as kindly as I did.
Right, and we don't want any Crowan soldiers accidentally killing him in the middle of the
Hey,
night.
that is what I agree with that as well. So,
Or any cult member.
exactly. So, I will. I've already taken care of the one cult member. They are in a nice, padded, protected cell. I've got guards going through a zone of truth room before they come in and out of watching him. So we know whether or not any sort of cult member is trying to get in.
I'm going to take off my stern face and with a much kinder expression on my face, take a step closer to Taranika. Do you feel safe? The guards you have here, do you trust them?
Yes, yes, I do. As far as I know.
If you want, at least one of us could stay with you.
I'm sure Damocles and Fabarin can help out.
Yes, my queen, if you would allow me, I would like me and Fabaron to take turns watching over at least your room for the evening. Unless you prefer putting a bedroll here. I know it is not fit of your station. No, Damocles, that is all right. That is fine. If this is what you think is best, I'm not above sleeping on a bedroll for one night until whatever process you need to go through is done and handled with.
All right, you bastard, on your feet.
I'm going to mention also. I'm going to look over, or where I'm assuming Thea and Arthos are located. I'm going to kind of sort of look towards both of them, and say, just a thought. Maybe Leopold could be beneficial watching over the reagent as well, or the Queen Regent.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say. Leopold, what do you want to do?
Is that the thing you think you could do?
You see, he kind of looks at Taranika, and you see she kind of looks at him.
Because I was going to say, how old are either one of these
They
two?
are both the
I'm
same
assuming.
age.
Oh, okay. I see what Cantor is trying to do.
I mean, that's come really up to her. Actually, that would actually. I heard of this thing called a sleepover. I've never
Oh boy.
had one, but perhaps
Sure.
perhaps I can have some snacks prepared and we get to talk. Perhaps.
And it might be good to have someone your own age to speak to about all this.
Yes.
Oh,
Who's
okay.
also had, loss of parents and
I mean, he was kicked out of his own home.
exactly.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Most citizens are that way. I believe, and that's Enthusa's way of treating the citizen males.
All right. Well, come on.
So,
You
What about
let's
the
get.
assassin?
He goes into a prison deep in a hole.
Yes, he is in a hole. So you've got Sigmund, and you've got this guy right here. He's still kind of like.
We can escort. The guards will escort him to the prison. We'll escort.
Well, we also
Sigmund.
have that cultist that's in the prison as well.
Yes.
Like he's gonna do anything to the assassin. He probably doesn't even know about the
No.
assassin.
No,
Surprising
but
itself.
once the advisor is gone, I wanted to have a quick chat though with the guard here.
Okay. You
What-
see.
I'm horrible with names. here. So
Are you talking about Diomocles, the like
Diomocles.
yeah,
the captain?
please,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as
'cause-
Sigmund is out.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
escorting
as soon
him
as
out.
he's out of earshot, I
Okay.
don't want him to overhear this, or even the assassin. I don't want
Okay.
him to overhear
All right.
this
So
either.
I'll say, who is escorting who then?
I'll be escorting Sigmund. Smack him in the
Yeah.
ass with my staff. Like, get moving.
I'd probably-
I'm going to tell him that I'm
go with
going to
that as
be catching
well.
up with you guys.
I want to say something to Leopold before we leave him.
Okay.
Sure.
Leopold, you have to take this seriously.
No. Yes.
The
Oh.
queen is your responsibility.
Use protection.
He
You
kinda
mean
looks-
Shut up,
her.
Arthur!
he
You mean
looks. He looks
protector.
at his shield. Just like. Okay.
Not that age yet.
Oi.
Ignore your Uncle Arthos.
Oi.
Are to protect her. You may talk and enjoy each other's company. Her safety is your responsibility. You
Okay.
understand?
He nods. Yes, ma'am.
All right. In
It's like
this,
she's
and you
your
shall be
queen
well on
and
your
she's
way
your
to becoming
lady.
a strong citizen man. And I'll walk away, glaring at Arthos as I go.
Okay.
What?
What are you trying to put in his head?
He's a 14-year-old boy and she's a 14-year-old girl. They do things.
Yeah.
Not that thing yet, and I'll slap Sigmund as we start walking out. Trying to make my
What did I
And I'm
do?
going to mention
not
that.
what
I'm
we're
going to mention.
supposed to
I'm
do.
going to catch up with you guys here briefly.
And Fezzik, will you be escorting the assassin?
Sure.
Okay. I'll say Celine. I'll say Celine follows you. So take you guys out of the courtroom. Okay. Now it's just Faberon, Leopold, Diomocles, and Cantor along with the queen.
All right.
Leopold,
So
Diomocles,
yeah, I
and-
wanted to bring up to Theodokes, and also the queen, since I do have her here by herself. I kind of want to keep this as a potential ace in the hole. It's still lawful what we're going to do. We're not going to be lying here, but I think it could behoove us to bring the cultist to the trial in the morning.
as a
Because we could leverage just his presence alone as potential collaboration of what we're stating against your advisor
as a,
to
as
actually glean
evidence
more
or-
information.
as evidence.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Without having to say a word, we could say that we have collaborating evidence. You bring him in, and then let's see if that makes him talk more. Once he sees an actual cult of horns follower actually there. Not just an assassin, not just our word against his, but an actual cultist.
Cantor.
You see where I'm getting at? You see where I'm getting at with this?
Yes. I have a suggestion. I don't know if you are familiar with how you might, since I could probably guess you are a follower to Heliod. You know, one of the church is appointed to present the story of what has happened. They are basically in control. They present evidence, witnesses, and such against the person accused. I suggest you. I know that a priest may be more applicable, but perhaps you take charge of tomorrow's trial.
I can try. I will bring it up to the priests there.
Let them know that
It's
I asked. See if that does anything. But
I definitely can. Please understand, though, even though I am a devout follower, I am not like an official,
no,
clergy or holy paladin of the sort of Heliod.
and I'm
I
not the
want
real
to, and then-
queen. But look what I'm doing.
I know. I understand. Just to let you understand the perspective here, I have been fighting all my life to be recognized by the church, but due to my disability, they've held that against me, unfortunately.
Then,
But I will ask, and I will do what I can.
well,
Then, if
perhaps-
I am going to be the one in charge, they're going to probably ask for my recommendation on any punishment if it comes to be.
that is fine.
And
Heliod
I
will
understand
probably
he
give
is,
that.
and I understand that he's been a fatherly figure to you, my lady, my queen. My personal thought is instead of execution, we can do exile. Exile in the formal sense. He is not welcome anywhere in the city, anywhere associated with anything of the city, of your kingdom. Nothing. All his life up to this point is forfeit.
That is not a terrible idea. I'll
Just for your consideration. We don't have to go with that right now, but something for you to ponder on.
thank you. I will think about it this evening.
I mean, I am a man of the law and of justice, but I know I don't necessarily want to see. I don't want to unnecessarily kill people if we don't have to. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Well,
And besides, and I look again over at Theocles. I'm like, it's like if he's exiled, you know where he's gonna go. All we have to do is follow.
agreed. More than likely, he's going to head to Satessa.
And to the cult, and to who's he's been working with. That's our next lead.
All right. That sounds like you've already thought of this ahead.
in a past life, I was a private investigator.
And I'm sure you did just as well. Well,
So,
um,
okay, I need to get off to the
Yes,
temple and make
please.
sure he's taken care of, and also to talk to the priest there because they're probably wondering why we're bringing all
and
these criminals,
oh,
and including your, you know, your faithful advisor, my lady.
yes.
So,
Hey,
I
good evening. Have a good evening, Cantor, and I will see you in the morning.
and and you too, and Leopold.
Yeah, yeah,
I bow to him, and I bow to the queen. Respect type of thing.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I mean, if I could, if I had the ability, I would wink at Leopold, but I don't really have that. Kind of a moot point.
Yeah.
Blind man leading.
Yeah.
I was still laughing
So
at
the
my
best.
joke.
So
Even when muted.
still, I can bow to him as like,
Yeah.
you're in a position of honor now. You deserve a bow, type of a thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an honor guard.
There he is. Very much so.
So, all right, then I try to hurry and catch up with the rest of the party.
With your speed, it takes you 2 minutes or so. They're only a
Yeah.
little bit ahead of you.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm also going to keep. I'm going to be also keeping a very, as much as I can in my perception, of make sure nobody's following us or anything else that seems to be odd between here and.
Yeah, we should all keep our eyes out.
okay.
Because
Yes.
right now we are sitting ducks.
All right. Let me look at your.
Anybody? Because now we got 2 people that probably the cult want to
So,
have killed.
are you guys wanting to make an active perception, or do you guys want to rely on your passive perceptions?
I'm making active passive checks.
All right, you guys are welcome to do that, and I'll say Celine does that as well. That's not bad for Celine. Celine got a.
Here's
It load. I think it's like a. I think that's a 17 with her perception. I think she's proficient in it too. So her page is taking a little bit while to load for me.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I love it. Her perception. Oh yeah, it's a 17. So yeah, so she's good.
I only got a 10.
Okay.
Hey, that's better than me. I'm still seething over Arthos' encouragement of Leopold, and I got a 5.
What? They got
distracted.
hormones.
Cantor's pretty
I
good.
know. That's what I'm
Yeah,
worried
I
about.
rolled that with advantage, but it's the first one would be an 18.
Yeah, I like it. That's fine. That's good. Okay.
Let me turn off advantage now.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
She has become Leopold's mother at this point.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arthos is
kinda like the whole idea
bad
that
influence
he's-
uncle.
I kind of like the idea of getting these 2 kids together. I mean, this could be actually a very solid
I ship it.
match for them, and uniting
Me
the
too.
2
I am totally on board with this plan.
uniting the 2 polises. It's like this could be huge for.
King
Heroes.
Leopold
I
and
wasn't thinking
Queen.
that far.
I'm actually thinking along those lines. If we can actually line these 2 up to become, like the power couple of Theros, it's like
We get invited to all the big parties.
I think, yeah, we're going to be invited to all the big balls.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're going to have the big balls. I mean, we're going to be invited to the big balls.
But I think we also should figure out a plan. We know that someone's heading over to Satessa now.
Yes.
I think we need to intercept.
Well, I'm going to give you guys some of the stuff that I told. Once we get these people in their cells and we can have like a
I was
little bit
going
of
to say.
powwow. Because again, I don't want the prisoners to know
What we're doing.
Yes, because I want to let you guys have the heads up of what's happening.
All right. Let's bring them to the temple.
All right.
Yep.
You guys come to the temple of Helio.
Helio.
Cantor, you knock on
Yeah.
the front. You see, priest comes out. Oh,
I hold my.
It's late.
I hold. I basically I hold my holy symbol and to Helioid, and I probably have enough other general symbols to kind of show that I am
Yeah,
a follower, even though I might not be
yeah. You're like,
official.
yeah. He's like, he looks at you. Oh. Is you brought friends? Oh,
We are
it's
part
late,
of.
but
The Queen sent us over.
Yes.
There's going to be a trial in the morning for our good friend over here.
Well, we need to have a trial set first thing in the morning. We need to make sure that the temple's priest and clergy is available for such an event. This is for the queen's advisor and the would be assassin.
The murderer of King. What was the king's name?
Well, we don't know if
King
he's
Anax.
necessarily. We don't necessarily know if he is the killer King Anax. We don't know
Well, no.
the actual
But
connection.
he instigated the killing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
This
fine.
is
I
the
assume.
high
I assume
government.
that you are bringing him here for protection. Before the trial. Yes.
Yes, and we'll be looking after him
That.
Yes.
as
Okay.
well.
Yes.
If
That
that
is
is
fine.
all right with your clergy, I
no,
know they're
yes.
not all of
I will.
Helioid.
Please come in. I will go ahead and start setting seats up. Wine.
If there's anything I can do to assist as
Uh,
well with the setup, let me
yes,
know. I know that you're.
I gotta put up. Okay, this sounds really stupid, but maybe somebody can help you. There is a statue of Heliode in a storage room that we have. Attached to it, it's on a wheeled cart, so we can bring it back and forth. We're gonna set it up, and if you would go ahead and pull that out, attached to inscribed into the statue is a zone of truth spell.
Excellent.
Then you can help me set the instance that I'm going to need to reach, for us to reach out to Helio during the trial, so he can make his judgment. Then I have to wake up the head clergy member because he's probably going to want to oversee the trial. So he's going to want to talk to you about what happened. So yeah, I'll take care of those three things. You take care of.
Well, we can
incense.
take care. I was going to mention we could probably take care of the statue to bring it out.
Yeah.
And if you can just point me to where your storage is, I can work on some of the incense.
Yes.
Since I am quite familiar with that.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
look
assuming
over
you
to
have.
Fezzik. I look over to Fezzik in terms of like assistance of moving the statue because it's a big effing statue.
Yeah, it's not that it's big, it's bulky.
Yes, and I figure he's
And
kind
it's
of
like it's made out of just stone itself.
Yep.
And it
Yep.
does have a little bit of like gold. Like the parts where like Helio's crown is gold, he's a gold spear. Yeah, it's a pretty nice like statue.
And yeah, I guess the rest of us will escort our little prisoner here to, if you have any place to hold him.
We do have I have a broom
Probably like
closet.
in a basement or something.
I got a broom closet.
That will work. We'll just have to camp out in the hallway, I guess.
Okay. I mean, it's big enough to where if you want to sit in there with them.
We'll discuss that as a group when
Okay.
everything gets set up.
All right, I'll go ahead and take care of that. Katori kind of points to where the storage room kind of gives you directions. You as well, Fezzik.
Is our prisoner tied up, or is he like let loose?
He's currently tied up.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I figured we had them both tied or shackled or something.
Yes.
All right, in the broom closet you go.
Ah! This is embarrassing.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like you care.
Shut up. Like, this isn't a 5-star hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, you keep complaining. We're going to add a gag to that eye patch you're wearing.
Oh no, that was Sigmund. The
Oh, that was Sigmund?
yeah.
Huh, well,
the assassin's being
he needs to start.
the
Sigmund,
Well, we
assassin-
have
you need
both.
to start getting used to living below your current stature.
We have both Sigmund and
yeah.
the assassin.
Yeah.
And the assassin.
The assassin's being quiet. He's just like he's not saying a word.
He's smart. He's smart.
Yeah.
All right, I close.
Yeah, Sigmund.
Close the door.
I'm just gonna look at him. It's like just get used to living below your stature.
All right, close the door. Let's get everything set up and then discuss plans.
Okay.
And then sleep. I need it.
Yes.
Doesn't take long for you guys to set up. Between Fezzik and Cantor, you guys are able to pull out the statue, set it exactly where it needs to be set up. For the sake of everything, we're gonna, because I did not think about getting you guys a map for the temple. We're gonna use the throne room as the temple.
Works.
So I went ahead and got rid of everybody. So you guys put yourselves wherever you want. I'll put, we'll say like this little bitch over here is the whatchamacallit?
The broom closet.
The broom
Was it?
closet. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Oh, you said I thought you said bitch, not bench.
This little
Actually,
bitch
I
right
heard
here.
that too.
that
I
is
thought
not
about it,
what I
just like,
said,
oh, bitch.
but that's funny as crap that you thought that. So Sigmund's gonna go in this broom closet right here. He
It's the bitch
is
who's on these bitches.
restrained. What's that restrained here? Here's restrained. And where is our assassin? He's gonna go in the next. He's also restrained too, and he's just gonna. Do you,
Yeah.
do you want them together, or do you want them in a separate?
Keep them
Fully-
together.
Yeah, if they're fully restrained and there's only really one way in and out.
And you have all their weapons.
I mean, one of us could stand by the door to keep watch.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
All
It
right,
can even be as
I'll
far
take-
as that we actually
I
keep the
vol-
door opened.
Yeah, I keep the. Arthos will volunteer to do first watch
Okay.
when that comes up. Setting up his bedroll right next to the bed to the closet.
Okay. Is there anything anybody wants to do before bedding down for the evening?
Well, we need to discuss
Yeah.
plans.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
you guys want to go ahead
Well,
and
besides that,
do a little powwow right here.
All right, Cantor, what did you want to say first of all?
Well, I'm going to relay to you guys pretty much everything that I talked about in the throne room. You know, now that we're out of earshot of people.
So you're planning to use one of the cultists as a key witness in the trial.
But, yeah, even though we know there's no real connection, we're going to make them believe that there's a connection.
And the queen wants you as the main prosecutor.
She has requested that, of course, I'm going to make the request to the priests when they awaken, either later tonight or first thing in the morning, that is the queen's wish. But, obviously, I'm not a priest.
Right.
I'm not, I'm
Cantor.
barely,
as long as I get to sleep first, I might be able to give you some help in your alacrity, your talking, if you want it. Tomorrow.
I mean, if you...
Meaning, one of the spells that I can take is Enhance Ability, and that lasts for an hour. And I can make it on whichever stat you want.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I would
love
let's
that.
see.
I'm assuming that would be probably charisma I'm going to need.
It's charisma based, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Intelligence, charisma. You would have advantage on charisma checks.
Oh,
That's something.
Okay, I think we should
As
also...
long as I can sleep first, I can help you there.
Yeah, I'll have the spell sending. I can send our message to our friend in Melitus, one of the council members. Who is his name again? The player, do not remember. Arthos does.
Wait a minute. Caster?
The satyr.
Oh,
Wait
the satyr name was Takis. Takis.
Get that wrong.
Right, I can send him a message telling us that we have new findings. And I can also send a message to... do we know anyone? We don't know anyone in Setessa, I don't think.
The only person you know that's kind of near that area is Megara, the archdruid that you guys met in the lightning tower.
Right, we could send her a message, get her prepared to head over to Setessa. Maybe she can intercept that guy who's heading over there.
That's a thought.
At least keep an eye open. Maybe he might be passing our way.
We need to deal with Setessa. We have already taken out the person who's connected to the cult here in Akros. Now we only have 2 more places left.
Yeah, well, we're probably gonna have this place in a more stable position by tomorrow, and then we can just go straight to Setessa,
Also, we need
afternoon.
we should.
He's gonna be conspicuously quiet about going to Setessa.
I think also we need to return that gem we still have that was supposed to go to the dragon.
Well, are we gonna still do the dragon thing?
It's up to you guys. Do you want to go to after the trial tomorrow?
I will let you guys make the decision. So this is something that I would say you guys now have a map of Theros, kind of, like at least the basic idea. So here is Akros. Setessa is all the way over here.
In the mountains.
Yeah, you gotta possibly maybe go through the mountains to get to Setessa. Now, the dragon is supposedly over here. Supposedly.
We could go there and then cross the fields. Yeah, or across fields.
The only
Wait a minute,
thing,
wasn't there something else? Wasn't there something else though that we knew about in those mountains?
so
Cult of Horns?
Table. Table was up there.
who was?
The table thing that belonged to
Yes.
the guy that we found dead in the beginning.
Varus?
Oh, Varus. Yeah, Varus.
Arius' table got sold to some guy up in that direction, or to the cult up in that direction.
All right, we can get the gem filled. One of us.
Reorganize my notes.
I feel like we should hire someone to then bring the gem back into town so that we can continue our journey forward. If we are going to be getting the gem.
Wouldn't we technically be going out of our way if we're trying to go to Setessa?
Well, I feel like Setessa is...
let's see. I would say, trying to think, who would know this? I think you would know this, Arthos. The only other way is to go this way, but you guys would be going through the fairies' lands where centaur raiders are.
I feel like it might be easier if we go up into these mountains, we go through Alcross, Arikos.
Which is where the prides of Leonin stay.
Arthos looking at the map is just like, oh boy.
So there is no good option. I did this on purpose.
Arthos is like, swallows hard, but he's like, I think the best option would be to go through Oricros, the fields of Oricros, and then pass through the mountains south.
Yeah, I just realized there are no good options for you.
Either way, we need to figure a plan. We either get attacked by centaurs or are attacked by Leonin. And I feel like we have a better shot at dealing with the Leonin because of who I am.
Yeah. Why do I just feel like this is like a remake of Lord of the Rings? It's like, you know what is in the mountains.
Look, we deal with the dragon. We can deal with the dragon after the trial. And then begin our trek. If you guys have a better idea or want to deal with centaur bandits...
I do not mind beating up on some centaur bandits.
I feel like we have a better chance.
I'd feel a little bit more guilty if I have to beat up, members of your tribe.
Hey, I give you full permission to punch a Leonin.
We might have a better chance of talking to the Leonin, though.
Yes, I can provide my skills, and being a Leonin myself, I could probably get us through the fields faster. The plains, I should say.
The plains of Ariscus.
It might be a better idea than dealing with centaurs, because then we would have to fight our way through.
Yeah, especially since centaurs are very fast.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I don't want.
see, that's what's funny. So the where y'all came from, the Laguna band of centaurs are peaceful. The fairies band of centaurs are not.
Right.
They're basically bandits.
We have a better shot of dealing with the Leonin than we do with the centaurs.
I would say that's something that you would at least know. Being from Melitus, or being from around Melitus, and being a Leonin, you know those two things. So I'll give you that information for free.
Fine.
So we have a choice between pussies and asses. Is what you're saying, right?
Okay.
Hey,
If we're all in favor.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
I should also warn you, since my parents did spend some time in the plains, there are sometimes other creatures that live in the plains, like manticores, chimeran. So we might not just run into Leonin. But there's a higher possibility. And also, there's also like actual wild lions that roam the plains.
Oh, lovely.
I've never really been myself. My parents have only told me about it.
So essentially, lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
I mean, I still think it's a better shot going through the plains than it is dealing with a bunch of centaurs. Because they're essentially like mounted combatants.
He has gone quiet again.
Who, me?
Thea has gone quiet again.
Oh.
With all the talk of beasts.
Right. Okay. That's our plan for tomorrow morning. We deal with the dragon stuff. We be witnesses in the trial, I guess.
Are we leaving
Yes.
tomorrow?
Well, we have the trial first thing first, and we're key witnesses.
Yeah, then after that, you guys will be leaving after that.
I still think we need to hire someone to bring the gem back.
If it's okay, I'd like to stay at least 1 day longer.
Alright, we'll get the gem stuff done, and then we'll cross.
Okay.
Sound like a plan? Everyone on board? Thea? Cantor?
And break.
Alright, I'm gonna go take first watch.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Just sitting outside the room closet. Every now and then, Arthur's like hears them bickering, the advisor bickering, and he like slams his fist, like, "Shut the hell up!"
You hear. You see, here's Sigmund go. So what are you here for? And you hear the assistant go, "Don't talk to me."
Hey, you two, keep it quiet down there. I'm trying to meditate.
Make me a perception check.
That's gonna be 23 perception check.
Okay, that's pretty much the entire conversation. You heard Sigmund's kind of like trying to make small talk, and the assassin's like, "Dude, shut up!" Like,
Sigmund, you probably should get some sleep. You know, your big day is tomorrow.
you hear him gotta go quiet.
That's what I thought.
Second watch.
Who's taking over for Arthos?
I can take like second or third, whichever.
Okay,
I'll take last.
You want second? I'll take third.
okay, Cantor, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Let's see here. Where am I? Oh, come on.
They get very chatty.
There we go. Perception. Where's my perception?
Ooh, not bad.
What did
All
I
right.
get? What did we get?
Nothing bad happens on your watch. Third and
Anything.
third and third and third and final.
That would be
I'll
Thea.
take that.
Okay. Go make me a perception check.
Here's my D20.
Your,
Oh
D-
boy.
your D20 sprouted legs and you left.
I thought it did for a second there. Whew. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
God damn.
Bad happens on your watch. With the morning sun about starting to rise, you can already hear the sounds of the clergy members are already waking up, and you see the one clergy member comes over to you, Cantor. The head priest is up now. If you want to go ahead and speak with him before the trial, catch him up on everything that's
Yes.
happening.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, did we get a long rest?
You did get a long rest.
Woo!
Cantor, I can cast this several times if you need it. Do you want it now?
I probably won't need it now. Talking to our clergy, but I probably will during the trial.
All right. Let me
Right
know
now,
when you're ready.
I'm just giving them a data dump of what we know, and going from there.
All right. Come see me when you need it. I actually have to touch you to cast it.
Let's see.
Oh. My aching everything.
What are you talking about? I feel rather good. If a bit tired.
I
Because of,
was,
circles under my eyes.
I was scratched and nearly eaten.
That is true.
We're gonna use the hoplite token for Diomocles because I thought I'd made one for Diomocles, but it never uploaded apparently, which is weird.
Gotta love Roll20 and D&D Beyond.
Yeah, like for some reason it never got uploaded for whatever reason. So they're there along with Faberon, the Queen Leopold. You see the head clergy member comes over to you, Cantor. So you're the one that brought the two prisoners in last evening, correct?
Yes.
All right. You want to catch me up on what is going on and everything, and what order are we doing this in? Are we doing a conjoined trial or one trial at a time?
Well, I think it might be best to do 2 separate trials.
Okay, we can do that.
And I kind of give him the background of what's happened over the past, couple days here. I tell him about, about the Court of Horns, the Cult of Horns, and how they were active in the city. We believe we broke that up, traced it back to the Queen's assistant, and how he even got to the point where we believe he was involved with the hiring of an assassin. And there's also theory, unproven, that he might even been involved with the disappearance of the Queen and the assassination of the King.
Oh, that's
All in the case of the Court of Horns, or the Cult of Horns, which I'm assuming they know all about them. I don't have to get into anything deeper than that.
all right. Okay.
This is a pretty big international
Yeah. So
national event here.
So who are the two that are on trial?
We have the assassin, and we have the Queen's assistant, her
Okay.
advisor.
All right. So how are you wanting to do this? Or best practice? Do you want the assassin to go first, or do you want the advisor to go first?
I kind of would like to have the assassin go first.
We could do that.
Mainly because he has a writ that shows a signature from the advisor. So showing the assassin's guilt and his step in this whole plot adds to the credibility of the case against the advisor.
Agreed.
And if needs be, we might be able to call upon another, another person
A witness.
to if needed.
All
If
right.
needed.
All right.
They're currently under custody of the city watch,
Okay. Good.
and they would be probably brought here hopefully at the beginning, but it might not be until somewhere in the middle of the trials, whenever they can, obviously, get through, get through the prison system. You know how government is.
Yes.
To
Yeah.
get them here.
It's. So I believe that's everything. Everything's set up.
One other thing to mention, the Queen has asked, and I have informed her that it does not necessarily fall in our permission, but she would like me to do the representation or speak, do you know what I mean, the actual, I guess, the
Yes.
legal talk. But
Yes.
again, I don't want to overstep, Heliod's, you know, where what he's normally the one who is the judge. I mean, he is God. He is the God, and I don't want to overstep the bounds of our God. So if it's in better interest of the church here, I will step aside, and the Queen will understand as well. But otherwise, I am absolutely in the service of Heliod to perform this task, even though I am not technically of the cloth.
You see, kind of looks you. Well, never mind. You can't see. You kind of hear silence for a moment.
Maybe
Huh.
like a sigh or
Yeah.
like a pondering breath or whatever.
Yeah. Just like pondering, but then you see like kind of like the tapping of his shoe, kind of like sitting there thinking for a moment. You hear.
I mean, yeah, and I tell him it's like it's not out of trying to become an official member of the Church of Helioid. It's been more due to due to my disability that has prevented the previous temples and priests to to bestow that honor to be an actual champion of Helioid. Like your faithful
Yes.
paladins and monks and
Yes. Yes. Yes.
fighters.
I
I would
understand.
hope that I can use this also as maybe a chance to show and to prove to
I.
you
Yes. I
as well as
understand.
to our God.
I understand their concern, but
Because I am weak. I mean,
no.
again, out of character. For Helioid, it's like, yeah, my blindness is that's a weakness, and Helioid is Helioid. It's like I am the perfect God, the one God, the only God that matters. And here I am as a blind monk, and it's like, yeah, I'm not really looked upon seriously because of my disability. Unfortunate, but it's
I.
how it is.
I will allow this. So traditionally, the high priest, we kind of, me, will take care of this. The queen has asked this, so what I will do is when I introduce this this trial, I will pass on to you the responsibilities after that. So all you have to do I will ask you a simple question. What is your name?
Cantor.
Kentor. Basically, I will ask Kentor, do you, servant of Heliod, take on this request in this trial to pass judgment as needed by Heliod? You answer yes or no. You say yes, you take over. You say no, then I will continue on. That's all that there is need to be done. If you answer yes, it is yours. I do not see a problem with letting someone who is as close as you are to this. You understand this predicament more than probably I will ever begin to imagine, so if you want it, it's yours.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, almost time.
I know we need to do our morning prayer still prior to
That's-
the trial.
We do that at the beginning of the trial before it is done.
Okay.
Is there anything anybody wants to say or do before that happens?
How much time until the trial starts?
About like 5 minutes.
Well, it's not exactly enough time. Oh well.
I'll say that once the prayer gets going, I'll sneakily say a prayer to Athreos instead.
Okay, kind of.
Yeah, Arthos would sneak a prayer to his own god.
Yeah, I definitely see what y'all are doing. That's funny.
Wow.
Okay, I love it. Hey, I love it.
Too bright in here.
Wow.
All right. Ladies.
Don't worry. I'm just gonna be probably flashing like one of my now that I have that whole what is it called, like a sunbolt,
Yeah.
burn a sunbolt in the back of your head. It's like, pay attention.
Ladies, gentlemen,
You're like a bunch of kids, a bunch of children at church service. They're like bored. It's like, here's your Nintendo Switch. Shut up. Pay attention.
Those-
At some point, I give you enhance ability.
yeah, those
Yes.
that are
Thank you.
undecided or do not care, welcome to the Temple of Heliod. Today, we will have a trial. Heliod will pass judgment on 2 accused of a dastardly crime. Now, for those that are here in attendance that may or may not know, in this temple, I take control of the proceedings. But there has been a request from our Queen Regent that another takes control. You see some of the clergy members are kind of confused, like, wait, what?
Oh, yeah, very irregular.
Yeah. But, Cantor, would you step up, please?
I step up and where is he? He's up here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll step up here, like just
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dais.
Yeah. Cantor, servant of Heliod, do you promise to take this task, fulfill it, pass judgment as Heliod would see fit?
I do.
The floor is yours. And you see he kind of steps to the side, and you see some of the clergy members kind of whispering, like, what is he doing? He's letting a blind man take control. Like, what is going on?
Oh yeah. They're like, right? How the vote can this guy really be? He's a blind man. I'm like, who does he think he is?
Yeah, so
right?
you see the high priest kind of takes a seat and kind of looks at you and kind of whispers, "This is the part where you explain what happened."
Just what?
He whispers, "This is the part where you explain why we're here."
Sure. I turn to the audience here, right? to everybody.
Yep, everybody's in attendance.
Turn myself around to everybody.
We put Selena
And I start to explain the events that's transpired over the past 24 hours. I begin with the disruption of a cult that had supposed influence over our queen, and in turn trying to protect our queen. An assassination attempt was made and thwarted. We captured and currently have in our custody here today that assassin, who is the first that we wish to put on trial under the eyes of Helioid.
As soon as you say that, you see some of the clergy members that are like actually helping. They take the assassin, they bring him up and in front of the statue, and he sits in this big seat right here. You see the statue's looking right at him as if Helios himself is like looking into his eyes.
Is it true last night you made an attempt of assassination on our queen here?
Yes.
You admit that you did this under contract.
Yes.
And I reach in because I have the paper. I kept the paper that he showed. This is the correct contract, right?
Yes.
And I see a seal on the bottom of this, authorizing this assassination attempt.
Yes.
On the queen.
He nods.
Can you confirm this seal? Who is it from?
From my knowledge, it is the Seal of Ekros.
Correct. I turn back to the rest of the group, to the clergy. I turn my face towards the clergy, then to the rest of the audience, and I state, let it be known, only 2 people have access to this seal. The queen herself and her advisor, which I put my hand out over this way, kind of showing people over here,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
To where, is that where he's at? No, he's over here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of like in the back, like being held by 2 other like clergy members.
Oh, he's back here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to be kind of pointing towards where I know he would, or at least where I assume he should be at this point.
Yep.
And as for your crimes and your admittance of your crimes, I never really thought of in terms of like what type of punishment to do for this guy, outside of that he did attempt an assassination. Actually, I'm gonna ask him while he's in the zone of truth. Have you performed these type of assassinations in the past?
Yes.
Would you call yourself a hired assassin?
Yes.
Would you happen to know if it was either yourself or an acquaintance that might have been involved with the assassination of the king?
You see, he kind of looks at the zone of truth. Kind of looks at
Yeah.
you.
I know this is kind of a curveball. I didn't even tell you, DM, about this one.
I guess I would be the one to say it then. The king's not dead.
Whoa. Okay. That is a turn. You mean not dead? Where is he then? Is he with the queen?
No. Last I heard, he is on the plains of Phoberos. But he is not the same king that the crones would know. This king rides a creature made out of rock and fire. This king, his skin molten, carrying an axe that drips lava. Though it is not the same king, he still has the ring that his wife gave him on his wedding day. You see, everyone is kind of just awestruck. Queen Taranika is like...
Even
frozen.
I'm kind of awestruck. I don't know if I can actually try to hide that. Let me see if I can actually kind of, sort of...
This is how this thing works, right? It prevents me from lying.
Oh, yeah, I know. But that was some piece that it's like I wanted to add in, and it's like I didn't expect the answer.
No. That's him asking. He's like, this is what it does. It prevents me from lying. So you know that I'm not lying to you.
Oh, I know.
Alright, good.
So I'm going to see if I can... Oh, yeah. I'm looking shocked. I mean, I can't help it. I'm shocked. Even by this information. So, okay. Well. You know you performed an act of high treason with the attempt on the Queen's life.
He rolls his eyes. Yes.
You know what that should be punished with.
Yes.
However, and I expect, as I kind of look over towards where the clergy would be, that my fellow priests and priestesses might not be 100% behind me on this. What do you think? Knowing your admitted guilt of high treason, what do you believe your punishment should be?
Well, I like to live. But I cannot say that if you free me, that I won't do something like this again to someone else. So, if I was you, I would probably remove my hands.
Funny, I was actually thinking that exact same thing. Out of character. I was thinking the exact same thing. I look upon. I'm looking at him, and I nod, and I'm say, I highly thank you. You know, I know you have little choice in the matter, but I thank you for your honesty. I then look over to where the clergy's at, which I'm assuming is over this way.
Yeah, they're kind of over to the right, kind of over,
Yeah, like over-
in this direction. I'm not putting a bunch of clergy tokens, so just
Yeah, I'm assuming like over here is where
Yeah.
they're staying.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I look over to them and I say, my request for this prisoner and his punishment is to be the removal of his hands and banishment, exile.
And you see the high priest kind of stands up. He's like, let Helio decide. and then you see the other clergy members stand up as well. Let Helio decide, they all say, and you kind of look up, and you see, like, the sun is actually right above.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens to be right at that time. You see the sun
Yep.
begins to almost glow for a moment. And you watch as it kind of flashes for a moment. For those that can see, you're not blinded, but it kind of is like a quick, like, oh my god, like, that's really bright. Like, it gets so bright in the room that you gotta close your eyes for a moment. You
Yeah,
walk
probably
back.
focusing like right in here.
Yeah. And then you suddenly hear the assassin go, "Ah!" And you see, like, suddenly, he, like, pulls his arms up. Where his hands once were, nubs.
I probably feel the heat from that
Still,
sun.
the room is suddenly, like, a lot warmer than it was. The stone, that was kind of a little cold, now it's, like, almost, like, standing on, like, hot pavement. Like, trying to play basketball in the sun. That's what it feels like right now.
After I feel it kind of subside, I look back at him and back at the assassin. I'm like, the one true God, Heliod, has announced his punishment for your crime. From here on out, all you have had before is forfeit. And you are under the label of banished from this polis and all other polises going forward.
He nods. You see, Damocles kind of walks up, kind of takes, and kind of takes him, and kind of brings him to the back, kind of like sets him down on a bench for him to kind of like, he does kind of like go over and like give him some water since he can't freaking hold water now.
Well, he can with his nubs.
He hasn't learned how to do that yet.
Well, he's got to learn quickly.
Yeah, Damocles gets it.
Kind of like using chopsticks, just very large, bulky ones.
Yeah, Damocles gives him a little bit of water. You see the high priest kind of and the clergy members kind of sit down. High priest kind of looks at you, kind of motions you to keep going.
Our second to be accused today and under trial. What's the guy's name again?
Sigmund.
Oh yeah. What is it? Stigmund?
Sigmund.
Sigmund.
Yes.
Sigmund.
Mm-hmm.
Sigmund. Chief advisor to the Queen. May you please come forward and sit in the chair before me.
You see the two clergy members kind of force him kind of up here. He kind of sits down. You can't even look at the statue, but you can still tell he's under the effects of the spell.
I have no question that he is. This is something that's a little bit above his pay grade.
Oh yeah.
So, Mike, you understand why you are here.
Ask that question again.
Stigman, you know why you are here.
He nods. He's not even looking at you.
You can speak, and I highly advise you
Yes,
to
I
speak.
know why I'm here.
I pull out the paper again, and I'm like, you know what this paper is?
Yes.
And you recognize the seal at the bottom of this paper.
I do.
Can you confirm for us that you are the one who wrote and sealed this?
You see, he looks.
knowing that it's only you and the Queen have access to the seal.
You see, he looks over to where Taranika is. Then looks back at you.
She can't answer for you.
Yes.
So you admit to the conspiracy of the assassination of the Queen.
You see, he kind of swallows. Yes.
Now, I understand you are under a zone of truth. And the next few questions are going to greatly decide your fate. Do you have anything else that you can say of who influenced you to perform this act and hire this assassin?
No. It was my own choice. My own doing.
Nobody else influenced you or forced you to perform
No one.
the hiring of this
No
assassin.
No one forced me to write that letter. No one forced me to meet with the Cult of Horns. No one forced me to do anything. I did it on my own. I sought them out.
Do you have any of the names of your associates at the Cult of Horns? If you sought them out, you would have had to know who to seek out. Who were your contacts at the Cult of Horns?
You see, he kind of looks up. No, I have no names.
Anything that you have, distinguishing marks, anything. What you have to offer us can greatly affect the outcome.
I never saw their faces.
Any other places? Any other descriptions? Do you have anything in terms of written documentation, even? Meeting notes, whatnot. And if so,
I only remember what the member that I met with. I only remember what his hair looked like. That is it. We never had written correspondence. He only wanted to meet in person.
where? Where would you guys meet in person?
The last drop in here in Akros.
Can you please provide a better description? God, I really wish I could initiate that link with you.
The
Yeah, I wish I could do like that telepathy link with you. Because I would tell you, it's like, probe his mind while he's stuck underneath the zone of truth.
Yeah.
God damn it.
the
God damn it.
the
I mean, he's telling the truth, but he could still,
yeah, he can.
from a certain point of view,
Yeah,
type
exactly.
of bullshit.
He all I know is behind the mask and the hood. Long
Behind
strands of white hair.
Is he there all the time? Pretty much any time you wanted to see him? Is he a regular?
No. I had a stone in my office that I would reach out to him with. And then he would let me know when he was here, to when we could meet.
Obviously, as he's saying that, I'm kind of with my hand down. I'm kind of like pointing off into this direction to let damn it, the guard.
Diomcles?
Yeah, the Amicles. It's like note type of a thing.
Yeah,
Stone
Diomcles is like
in-
nodding, kind of like paying attention.
So, what do you believe should be your punishment under acknowledgement of conspiracy to assassinate the Queen?
Death.
One other question before we get to that point.
You see his eyes are like, he's trying to hold back tears because you see Taranika is trying to do the same.
Did you know that the king was still alive?
No, I did not.
What was your role in the demise and the demise of the king and the disappearance of the queen?
Queen Siamede. I don't know how, but she knew of my plan to take the throne.
The queen?
He nods. She confronted me at my office. When she confronted me, I was overcome with stress and anger that I attacked her. She laid there, dying. But before she could take her last breath, a bolt of lightning came through the room, struck her, and her body vanished. As if Keranos himself took her. King Anax was distraught over his wife. I offered to console him. We went to a place where he liked to go as a boy. It would overview Akros, and it would look over all of Theros. I pushed him. I thought during the fall that he kind of just looks away. He can't even look in Queen Taranika's direction at all.
Out of character, I'm starting to really change my attitude on this guy. I think he deserves to, like, burn. I don't know if I can. I'm going to try doing see if I can actually hide my. Because I'm starting to probably get, even as a character, just because of this wanton killing. Let me see if I can actually try to hold myself back here. I'm a little bit better. I don't know why it's doing advantage all of a sudden.
That's weird, but...
Oh, I am supposed to be doing advantage, because he gave me that bonus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perk. I got an 11, so I'm trying to keep calm and reserve, but yeah, my blood is kind of boiling with this guy. I turn back to the clergy here. I was asked by, or advised with the Queen and the head of the city guard. Initially, because he was a fatherly figure to our queen, and to only request banishment. However, and this is where I turn around to where I know the queen is at, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I can actually turn my character around.
I don't even know how to do that, so the fact that you know how to do that is great.
Why am I not able to, though? Damn it.
I got no idea.
There we go. As I turn myself now to the queen, I state, in regards to the latest information of your parents.
Her aunt and uncle.
Was it her aunt and uncle?
Yes.
The king and queen?
Yeah.
Ah. In light of the current status of your aunt and uncle, and how this man played a role in their current disappearances and or deaths, do you wish for banishment or let the ultimate decision lie with Heliod?
You see, she kind of looks up at
Because
Sigmund.
this is actually a whole different take than what I was
Yeah.
talking about last night.
Yeah.
But a whole shit ton more has just came out
Yeah.
that
You
we
see,
both have to kind of reevaluate this.
She looks up at Sigmund. And she looks at Leopold. Looks back at you. Let's hear
Out of
the
curiosity,
decide.
are they holding hands? Are they holding hands
They
during all?
are holding hands at the moment.
There we go.
Ooh.
Excellent. Excellent. I mean, I can't see that, but I know I'm going to probably get that from you guys later on.
They are holding hands at the current moment.
Good.
I
He's the
rolled
controlling-
a D100. It was going to be a 90% chance of them even getting like any sort of like feelings, and Leopold got Leopold got 100.
Mm.
So
Wow.
basically meaning he had to get a 90 or above, and
Your
Yeah.
boy is moving up in the world.
There
They
we
grow
go.
up so
That's
fast.
Seeding queens, man.
I'm so proud.
He's better than me, man.
but
That's in fantasy and in real life. Damn.
yeah,
He's really better than any of us. Come on.
I know. And he's also a stud with a sword and a shield.
and for those that are in the audience, besides Cantor, that because you can't see,
I can't
see
see it.
that
But I could probably hear the murmuring going on.
Leopold is wearing a very nice suit of armor that looks like it actually fits him.
Nice.
It's not necessarily like breastplate, but it is like probably like a chain shirt and pants that still give him some kind of protection of some kind. But,
Does it actually? I mean, out of curiosity, does it have like the queen's?
It does have the a crowing like ram's head on the same shirt in red and yellow.
Nice. Awesome.
Oh my god.
Perfect. So again, as I look back to the queen, I'm asking for her input.
Oh, she said
Well,
she said let Helio decide.
Helio decide.
Yeah.
All right. With that, I look back to the clergy, and I said, "The accused asks for death, and the queen is giving it up to Heliod to decide, and I am in agreement with her."
See, the high priest stands up. Let Helio decide. You see, the priests stand up next to him. Let Helio decide. The light from the sun glows once more. The blinding light surfaces. And as you all come back to vision, where Sigmund once stood is just a pile of ashes.
I basically raise up my hands, look up to the sun, for where I can feel the most warmth. That would be the sun.
Yep.
And I give a praise to Heliod for his justice.
You see, the high priest stands up, kind of grabs your shoulder, kind of like takes you kind of where the people were sitting, kind of positions you to step right next to him.
Oh, with the clergy?
Yes. And
Oh,
no, with just him.
oh, just with him.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm like over here.
Yeah, no, you
Not
guys,
quite.
you two are standing right here now. You're
Oh,
standing
both
right
of us
front.
are right here.
Yeah. And he looks to the audience. For those that do not understand, this temple is not only a place where justice is served to the unjust, but where justice is served to the just. I have watched this proceeding, and after consideration, Cantor, though you cannot see, and you see, the rest of you all see almost a yellow and orange kind of cloth. He kind of begins to like put it over Cantor. He kind of helps you put it on.
Okay.
Though you cannot see, your heart still beats for justice to be served. And that is all Eliod ever asks of those who call on him. So, if you are ever in Akros again, let this be known that you are officially a part of the clergy here in Akros. You can't tell, but I put a nice little robe on you. Hope this serves you on your journey. At least for those that will come in contact with you will know that you are welcome in any temple, especially here. Takes your hand and basically like takes your wrist and just raises it.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless, to be honest.
And
My guy's kind of speechless. I mean, if he had tear ducts, he'd probably be crying right now.
you see some of the clergy members kind of clap. You see some are like still confused. You see Queen Taranika, Leopold are clapping. Dionysus is clapping.
I hope you guys are clapping.
is clapping.
The rest of my
I'm
party-
cheering back here. Woo!
Everyone's clapping.
The assassin is like pounding his nubs.
flapping his nubs.
Wow.
Yes, even the assassin got overcome with emotion.
See, I mean, he has done some terrible things, but he's like, okay, yeah, this is kind of cool. So, the proceedings are done, and you see some of the clergy. You start hearing the voices of the clergy members start kind of dispersing as they start to separate, and you kind of feel the hands of the priest kind of like position you like towards him. I hope I didn't surprise you with that.
You did, but thank you. I want to try to find his, kind of like find his hand and, kind of, kiss the back of his hand, typical, reverence, because he is the head of the temple.
He gladly accepts it. I hope that this robe does serve you some justice. Hopefully, it will keep you just as wise as you are now. You can now, you have what is known as a robe to the sun.
Okay.
This will give you a +1 to your wisdom checks once per day.
Okay.
That's any wisdom checks. So perception, insight.
I'm trying to think. That includes. Oh no, that's an int. That's an int roll. Because I'm like, what I really need is something that can bump up my freaking religion because I always fail that.
I know. I was
One thing I
about,
really need.
Yeah,
I
I know. But if you use that once per day, temporarily, you can increase your DC for your monk stuff.
For my what stuff?
Your monk stuff, like stunning strike, for instance.
Oh yeah, all sorts of stuff is based off of wisdom.
Yeah, so you can increase that once per day. So basically, like stunning strike, you can increase that once.
How long does it last? That increase?
Oh, that increase, it lasts for 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
That's not bad for
Oh, that's a hell of a job. I don't mind.
Yeah. Well, I think you did a very good job. Well, I'll have some of the. You know what? You, and you. He points to the clergy members that were kind of not sure about you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take everything down, fix up the temple, and clean this up for me.
Very good.
Justice is served in more ways than one. So, do you have any more business here, in Atlas, or are you?
I would like to maybe have like 15 minutes in like one of the little side shrines or something like that.
Yeah.
To pray and thanks and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
And then I'll be able to catch up with the rest of the party afterwards.
Okay. While he's doing that, what is the rest of the party doing?
So yeah, I'm just like off grid now.
Arthos is gonna go make an apology to someone dear to us before we set out to go deal with the dragon. He wants to go. He doesn't tell everyone where he's going. He's just gonna go apologize to Daphne.
Okay.
Fezzik was actually going to go check up on Daphne as well, so.
Well.
And he'll say, I'm going to go check up on Daphne, see how she's doing before we head out.
Then I guess we're heading the same way then.
I would probably check in with Leopold.
Okay.
Personally, but that's all I got.
All right. So we'll go ahead and do Thea here real quick. Thea, you kind of come over to where Leopold,
Did you use protection?
Queen Taranika, Faberon, and the Amethyst are
See what he's
standing.
wearing, right?
And you see that they're still kind of like, he's kind of like holding her hand just a little bit tighter as you're coming over. He kind of sees you come. Thea, hi, and you see he kind of just looks at you, looks at his hand, looks at you, looks at his hand. Hi.
Well, Leopold, it seems you fulfilled your duty quite well. Queen
Uh,
Taranika is here safe and in one piece.
yeah, we, yeah. He is, like, blushing, like, really bad. You see, Taranika is doing her best to kind of, like, keep him calm, but also, like, hold back any tears she has. She kind of looks over to you. Yes, he was up all night. He didn't sleep at all last night.
Did he not now? Well,
No,
sleep
nothing
is
like
important
that.
too.
No,
Leopold's
nothing,
Leopold, I am
nothing
not
like that.
Arthos. I am not Arthos. I wasn't even going in that direction.
Ah,
I was saying that you need to sleep.
well, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'll, I'll sleep good tonight. But
Good.
Thea,
Yeah, he'll sleep good, all right.
I wanted to let you know, and let the others know as well. I've made a decision.
Yes.
At
What is
least for now. I think it would be best for you guys, and me as well, that I stay here in Akros for a little bit. I hate when I was awake last night. I saw the guy that you saw during the fight with the cult. He... I don't quite understand what he is or how, but he says that if I stay here and learn, that I can maybe get a handle on who I am.
I see. He actually spoke to you.
Yes. That's why I didn't really get a lot of sleep. At first I thought it was an Akron soldier came in and might have been someone to hurt her, so I tried fighting him off, and well, needless to say, he put me on my ass. Then pulled me up and said that he is what's left of my father.
Oh, out of character. I was thinking a completely different guy. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, the soldier that came down and helped you guys during the
Yep. Okay.
during the Ghost Rider fight.
Okay, I'm on the right page now. Oh, I think that's a very good idea, Leopold. And I'm sure you'll learn much here.
He says that he might know where a piece of the shield is if you guys come across it.
Where?
He said that it's with the Leonins. Some guy, Zyor. I didn't catch the pride name, but he says that he might have a piece of the shield.
I see. Well, if we run into this Zyor, we'll be sure to ask him about it. We'll bring it to you if we get one.
Well, I mean, I expect to see you guys again. I know the Akroan,
Of course.
the Aroan Games are in 2 or 3 months, so I assume Fezzik's gonna want you guys to get back here to at least watch that.
More than likely. Do you want to tell the others yourself that you're staying, or do you want me to tell them for you?
He looks at Taranika. Would you tell them? I think I need to do something.
Of course. And I will start walking away, and I will sigh, turn around. And Leopold, I'm sure Arthos would kill me if I didn't say it. And I'll lean in as close to his ear as I can, and as quietly as possible whisper, if you get the urge, wear protection, and I'll walk away.
You see,
Muttering to myself, Arthos, I'm gonna kill you.
all right. I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, we're gonna go to Fezzik and
Arthos.
Hey, Arthos. There we go. I already forgot your name. Damn. And they were just talking bad about you. You guys.
Yeah, it's okay. Arthos gets talked bad about all the time.
You guys make it to where you think Daphne would be at the Dancing Goat theater. You see, it's kind of early, but you see some of the actors are already there. They haven't started rehearsing. You see that they're all kind of just milling about and hanging out. You see Daphne is kind of like sitting, and then she kind of sees you guys. She kind of stands up and kind of comes over. I didn't expect y'all to come back. Arthos, I owe you
No, I owe you an apology. I'm sorry for just being very blunt, but that is just who I am. I cannot tell lies to my friends.
I'm still sorry that I hit you so hard.
I would have done the same thing in your position. You know, I also lost someone very close to me because of the cult. I had a cousin. You know, he was a good kid, but not the brightest. He fell into a bad group, and over time, he fell in with the cult, and he had to choose between killing this innocent family or being killed himself. He chose spare the family. And after that,
I'm sorry.
he told me he was leaving, and I never saw him again. We were very close. So I understand what it's like to lose people to the cult, and I'm sure Pollock didn't want to actually hurt you. It's probably all Xenagos talking in his head.
I don't want to think about it, but I appreciate you and Fezzik coming to check up on me. It means a lot. Are you guys going to be in town much longer?
For about a day extra. We're going to be heading to Setessa.
Oh, well, have fun with that. Try not to get yourselves killed, because I know how they treat men there.
Oh, don't worry, we have Thea with us. She'll be able to get us in.
Okay. Good. Still. Be careful. Both of you.
You be careful yourself. Cult might still be after you.
I'll keep an eye out. She kind of goes ahead and goes ahead and grabs both of you in for a hug, and like she tries to, but her arms can't like get a full hug. She's like,
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Oh boy.
Fezzik, anything you want to say?
No.
Okay.
Fezzik's a pretty quiet guy.
All right.
I guess he'll say, I'll be as careful as I can.
Alright. With that, Fezzik, is there anything else you wanted to do while you're here in Akros?
Go check on, forgot his name.
Are you talking about your old trainer?
Yeah.
Mephron, yeah. Okay, yeah. You can definitely do that.
And see if anything's changed with the statue, or if he's seen anything.
Alright, you, go over to the Temple of Triumph. You know where, that's typically where he's at, training, new hopefuls, for the games. You see, he kinda is sitting there with, like, two, young people. You see that they're currently, looks like they're doing, pancreation. You see one guy is, trying to, like, toss another guy. You see he's like, no, with your hips! Your hips, like, oh, idiot! Okay, no, let me show you how it's done. You see, he kind of comes over, and he just, like, hip tosses the guy, like, effortlessly, and, like, pins him. See? It's all in the... You see, he looks up as he's, like, got the guy pinned. Looks up to you. Fezzik. Alright, you two, 20 push-ups, 30 sit-ups, and 2 laps while I'm talking. You see the two recruits are like, what? Don't argue with me or I'll make it 5 laps. While carrying sandbags. Now go! And you see, they kind of just start doing their push-ups. Alright, yeah, Fezzik. Alright, surprised to see you. Well, no, I'm not surprised. You were always the first one in. So, technically you're late, but...
Well, afraid I'm not quite here for training.
I figured so. What's on your mind?
Oh. Thought I'd just, let you know. Queen's advisor hired an assassin.
Sigmund? That brown-nosing twat hired someone to kill the queen?
Indeed. And, he paid for it with his life.
Good! That's what he fucking deserves. I'm sorry to hear that happened to the queen. I hope she's alright. I know Sigmund's been with the royal family for years. And it's just crazy to think that he would do something like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, he seemed, power hungry to me.
Well, I guess it's strange to me. King Anax treated Sigmund like a brother. And the fact that he would do something like that, it's just really weird to me. But enough about gossip. Was anything else? You know the Roman Games are coming up in... He kind of counts on his fingers. In about 2 months. Are you thinking about competing this year?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'll be cheering you on in whatever competition you decide to do. Anyway, is there something else bothering you? I could kind of see your mind kind of spinning in all directions.
Yeah, just a lot's going on.
Well,
I head for Satessa tomorrow.
good luck with that. Enthusa can be quite a handful.
So, what about on your end?
That reminds me. Do you remember that conversation we had a night or two ago about the statue of Erois?
Of course.
You might want to see this. He kind of comes over, and of course there's also one at the Temple of Triumph. So, after our conversation, and I came early the next day to check on this statue. It had a piece missing, very much like the other one did, which was strange. Now look. You see, right where the wound was on the other statue, it seems like it is healed. There's no signs of any piece missing from the statue. So, I thought at first maybe it was too much alcohol, so I went back to the Temple of Erois. That statue was there. The piece is no longer missing.
Well, I suppose that can't be anything but good.
I would like to think that. Strange how things like that happen, but I don't pretend to know those things. If it's not a sword, shield, or spear, I don't care. Anyway, I'm sorry that I'm trying to cut you short. You see, the guys are, like, sitting there, like, wore out from their laps. Alright! Now, back in your positions and start again. You see, they're like, but we just ran 2 laps! I don't care! Or I'll make you do push-ups with the sandbags! And you see they start to get into positions again. The grind never stops. Try to take care of yourself. You're getting a little, you see kind of pat your stomach. A little out of shape there.
Yeah, haven't been doing much, just walking.
Well, walking is good, but a little bit of, I don't know. Maybe, for you, maybe 5 sit-ups and 5 push-ups might be okay a day? At least get that form back. Can see a little bit of flab. Probably from too much alcohol or bread from the taverns.
Yes. Haven't been here in a while. I've been indulging myself.
Of course you have. Figured. He has nothing else to say, so unless you do.
Nope. Well, I'll see you in a couple months.
Alright. Well, I will see you then. Be safe.
I probably won't.
Well, at least don't die, then. That works too. With that, we're going to, for the sake of brevity, look everyone back up. Cantor, as you're leaving the temple, you see the head priest opens the door for you. Be safe on your travels, brother. Cantor.
Thank you, brother. And I will see you again soon.
He nods and closes the door. You all reconvene, minus Leopold.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Leopold is growing up so fast.
Indeed he is. Speaking of which, he asked me to tell you all he is going to be staying here for a while.
It breaks my heart, but it is necessary.
I just have a
and-
big shit-eating grin on me and nodding my head.
Arthos is really
Oh.
is like putting up a show like, oh, woe is me.
Oh, for goodness sake, relax. I I told him to be safe.
Oh, hey, look, I'm just saying. Teenagers have hormones.
I'm
Who
glad
knows?
that
Maybe we'll
worked.
come back to King Leopold.
That might be something. He did say that he saw a vision of his father and got his ass kicked by him. That was interesting. And I'll relay the things that Leopold said. By the way, Arthos, do you happen to know another Leonin named Zior?
I don't think I know the name by chance.
You would not, only because as a child, you pretty much, like, was excommunicated.
I grew up with humans.
You were yeeted.
Yeah.
I grew
Okay,
up with humans.
Faberon is kind of like heading out. He's like, where did you hear that name?
From Leopold. He heard it from a vision of his father.
There is
He said,
I met a Zyod before. He believes he stays somewhere within these mountains somewhere.
Good, we can maybe hire him as a guide through the fields.
Good luck with that. He's not a people person. Supposedly, at least from what I gathered, he belonged to the Iron Main Pride.
Then that's something we both have in common.
His father was the Pride leader at the time. Then another Pride member challenged his father for leadership, killed him afterwards, and banished him.
Right. The Iron Mains. I am an Iron Main.
Interesting. Whoa. Definitely don't have the same rustic fur, but that's probably because you...
Well, I was adopted by humans and lived among them.
That explains that. But yes, he doesn't even use the last name anymore. He uses a different Pride name now. Stonefang is what he calls himself now.
Right. If there's any...
No, go ahead.
If there's anything, maybe we can get some information about what's going on in the plains, so that we're better prepared for travel through them.
and perhaps we can ask him about, I don't know, ancient relics.
Yeah, no, I don't want to know what's going on with my pride.
But, it is... Well, so you are all headed to Setessa.
Starting tomorrow, but first we're heading into the mountains to reunite a Dragonstone.
Interesting. Alright, you have fun with that. I think I'm gonna head back to Melitus and see how everything is going there.
Oh, right, I almost forgot. We need to send messages. Or I need to cast the sending spell.
Oh, yes.
Who do we want to contact first?
Actually, do you need to do the whole sending spell if this guy's going back to Melitus?
Well, we can also warn the lady about the guy. We can send him back to Melitus and give her...
Her name is Megara, the archdruid
Megara.
that lives in the Lightning Tower.
Yeah.
I can only... I mean, do it like twice before I run out of spell slots for it, but if we don't need to waste it, I can just send it to one person. I do have a 25-word limit, though.
You handle that. I'm going to head off and start my journey. You do whatever you need to do. Try not to get yourselves killed. It was nice fighting with all of you.
Right.
And you as
Likewise.
You see,
Alright,
he kind of starts. He goes to leave, and he goes to put his helmet back on, the one that he's been wearing to hide his face. He kind of pauses for a moment, kind of looks at it, and just tosses it and leaves it in the sand as he walks.
All right. I guess we had a change of heart. Anyway, we'll send a message to Megara to keep an eye out for. What was the name again?
Dorian.
Dorian.
Name.
All right, I got
name. I literally typed in a freaking name generator, and that was the first one that came up.
All right, and Arthos holding his staff up. It's gonna speak into the staff to cast send
Okay.
or sending.
Give me your 25 words.
And Megara. Hi, Megara. How's it going? It's Arthos. It's 5 words. We need favor. Can you track a guy named Dorian for us, heading to Sedessa? Thanks. Have a good day. I have 4 words. I have 4 words left. And I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, I'm just leaving it at 21 words.
Okay. Takes you a second.
She can respond to the message as well.
Yeah, takes about 10 seconds. Arthos! Hello, dear. Yes, I can look out for this Dorian. I will let you know if I find anything. XOXO.
Lovely. All right, she's dealing with Dorian. Now let's go speak with the dragon.
And
Excellent.
make a intelligence check for me.
Intelligence check.
So, see if you know what XOXO means.
Oh, okay. That's a 20, dirty.
Dirty 20. You're pretty sure she's like, did she just tell me hugs and kisses?
Yeah, he shakes that off and is just like, all right, let's go deal with the dragon. Arthos a slight blush.
Alright,
What is that for Arthos?
None of your business. Let's keep moving.
Once Farborough
As I
leaves,
look over
will...
at Athos, and I'm like, or Arthos, and I'm like, do you need protection on your next letter to her?
oh god.
Oh, clever. This is just like, I wish I had a hood to hide my face.
Oh, I love it.
Anyway, Arthos is just speeding towards the mountains like, let's go!
Thea, you said there was something you wanted to do?
I was going to say, once Farborough leaves, I will more candidly fill them in that Leopold told us that Zyor might have a piece of the shield.
Ooh.
He's trying to find.
Ziorn, so the Leonin guy has a piece of the shield.
Apparently.
Oh boy.
So if we run into him, we might want to ask. Didn't know if we wanted Farborough to know about that.
Well, we'll need to speak to him anyway, I guess.
Alright. So,
I mean, I'm assuming we can hit him before we hit the dragon.
well, see, that's the thing. You guys don't know where he is. He only told you that he's somewhere in the mountains. So,
But we don't know what mountains.
Location.
he did say the Ketchiton Mountains somewhere.
Ketchiton. Okay, that makes sense.
Which is
The Iron Mains like to hang out around there.
Yeah.
So if we run
So he
into
could be
him,
anywhere
we can-
along like a 500-mile.
Oh
mountain.
yeah. I mean, it could be anywhere within, like, from here all the way down to right here.
I mean, I'm sure we'll find him eventually.
Yeah. Just.
Or
one of
we
those
can
things.
just ask an Iron Man if we run into them, or if we survive an encounter with them.
Well, I just
They're not-
like our odds of like a 500-mile long mountain range. We might stumble across the guy.
Who knows? Maybe we'll stumble upon a Leonin that knows him.
We've stumbled across a lot weirder.
Anyway, let's go talk to the dragon, I guess.
We
Fezzik,
need to hire someone.
roll me.
Take it back.
Fezzik, go ahead and roll me a d6. Oh, do you want to hire somebody? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, weren't we thinking about hiring someone to take the stone back?
Are we going? What you said you wanted to stay a day here, right?
But we're not going to get paid if we send somebody back with it.
Yeah, exactly.
We
And
don't
you
get
said
paid unless we bring it back.
And Fezzik, you did say you wanted to stay an extra day here, so we take it and bring it back.
All right. Yeah.
Do we spend the night and then head through the plains, the Leonin-infested plains in the morning?
All right,
Wait,
roll
is it?
2.
It's
Just,
more than a day to get to the dragon, is it not?
I would assume it's only a few hours.
To get to the dragon? It takes about 4
Yes.
days.
4 days, okay,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Because all right, so you guys are right here. The mountain.
Maybe we should hire someone to send it back, and then we'd just go on our journey from there.
Talk to forget his name. The Nyxborn.
Nixus.
For us.
Yeah, he can come with us as extra protection if we need.
Well, I meant more like maybe he had an item or something that could just teleport it back. And
You guys want to go? You guys want to go speak to Nixus?
I want no part in that murderer, to be completely honest.
Nor I. Once was enough.
I say we just hire some hirelings to carry it, to bring it back.
Although, Cantor or Fezzik, I forget who it was, made a good point. If we don't bring the stone back, we don't get paid.
Right, that's 150 gold that we lose. But pros and cons
always
here.
keep it down.
We could. Could sell for a pretty penny on some marketplace in Satessa.
Possibly.
You're from
Yeah,
Satessa,
like that
Theo.
idea better.
Yes, I'm from Satessa.
Then you can get us into Satessa, correct?
But I know if I could get men into Satessa.
Arthos probably would have read somewhere that as long as there's a woman escorting men into Satessa, it is sometimes allowed.
It is a possibility.
Right.
Maybe.
There might also be a possibility that Thea will have to do this as a solo mission.
Yeah, like I was bringing Celine with me.
That is true. Anyway, we could. Yeah. Okay, what's the plan then about climbing through the mountains? Do we keep the stone or the gem?
I say we keep it.
No, I'm not sure Cantor's going to be on board with that one.
But we have to come back this direction anyway if we go to the dragon.
Yeah.
We
you
could
guys-
always just
yeah,
bring it
I
back.
mean, you can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the dragon is rather out of our way if we're going to Satessa.
Right, we
come
go
back
to
this
the
way
dragon
anyway.
first. Then we
Yes.
go through the field, the plains,
I think we
cross
go
through the
backwards.
cross through the mountains, and we get to Satessa. I say we just straight shoot it to Satessa. We speak to the dragon, and then we take our path that we've predetermined, and then we head to Satessa.
Where's the dragon? Mount Velis?
Mount Velis.
Yeah.
Satessa is all the way down here.
It's a 4-day journey to get back to Arkra. It's a 4-day journey to get there, a 4-day journey to get back.
So
Would it be any shorter going straight from Mount to Satessa? Instead of going back to Arkros and then to Satessa?
I mean,
Technically, yeah. There is a path you guys can take. It would probably take you guys right into the plains.
that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's possible.
We just need to be careful about. So Leonin are very territorial about the plains, and as long as you have me with them, I could probably convince them to let us pass.
Got it.
Okay.
Let's just
Close to you then.
So that was a 2. Oh, okay. It's one of those. Okay.
I don't
and
like that.
Go ahead and roll me.
I don't like how you said that.
Go ahead and roll me now. Roll me a D20.
I don't like where this is going.
who's rolling?
That'll be you,
Fezzik.
Fezzik, roll me the d20.
Oh, okay.
Now, for a second.
That one.
Oh, I have a bad feeling that the 1 is the worst.
1. Okay. As you begin this journey to Mount Velus, some time passes. The starts to become afternoon as you all see a man gallop past you on horseback. You notice that behind this horse, a thick cloud of dust begins to pick up behind the dust. If you guys want, I will allow you all to make a perception check as he's passing by.
I'll take you up on that.
16.
17.
16, 17.
See, I had to one-up Arthos.
Yeah, she did.
16.
Sorry.
23. Unfortunately, Cantor, this one is based on sight, so you can't see it, but
Oh no!
but your friends do fill you in. Y'all will notice that there's a wooden chest strapped to the back of the horse, spilling over with gold and jewelry.
Oh, that's a lot of gold.
Concerning.
I say we just let the guy go.
Yeah.
Agree. Maybe some will spill out.
Yeah, let's. Is there any gold on the ground as it's spilling out?
Yeah, you can go ahead and pick up the gold that's kind of there.
The gold pieces or
I
whatever.
want to look at it before I touch it and see if there's anything weird about it.
There's nothing weird about it. There is, from what you can notice, maybe in total, like in you guys' like 60-foot vicinity, total of 50 gold pieces that fell out.
Ooh. That's what, 5 gold per person?
10.
10,
Just
yeah.
5 of
Ooh.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. 10 gold a person.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay.
Alright, let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving.
As you
I
guys
will.
continue on, you do notice the trail still follows, and there still is every so often pieces of jewelry and such. Some are tarnished and broken. Along the way, you find a golden holy symbol of Mojis on
That's not good.
the ground. About 300 feet or so, you guys keep following this path. You don't mean to follow this trail, but to the right, you see you guys are now at the mouth of a cave, where you see some of the gold is going inside the cave.
I don't really trust this cave.
You guys see at the mouth of the cave, the horseman and a horse are currently laying there dead. I will briefly move you onto a new map for this particular encounter. I want to
I
change
don't
a
like
couple
this.
things because some of the things are no longer here. But I will put you guys on a map that you are somewhat familiar with. I use this map for general like mountain path caves. So
That's fair. Map economy.
yeah,
This is quite ominous.
this is called reusing your maps, everybody. Recycling.
Vision mastering 101.
Reuse, reduce, recycle.
You guys are familiar. You guys are familiar with this map. This was the Cataclysmus fight map.
Oh boy.
But standing instead, right there, stands.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I
a-
remember this scenario last time.
stands a gaunt, towering armored man, shrouded
I've seen
slightly in the shadows. Those with dark vision can see completely through.
So only me and Vesic can see him.
You can see a large skeletal figure standing there.
I'm assuming we're right in front of him.
Oh yeah, but it's kind of just sitting there looking at all of you at the current moment. You
Nobody.
guys,
Don't we still have a cart and some horses with us?
you do.
Nobody moves a muscle.
Give me a second. I gotta pull something up.
I know what this thing is, and I don't like it.
You see, it kind of looks down at all of you. Who dares come my way?
Humble travelers.
We're just passing through.
Looks at all of you. It kind of looks over to you, Thea. And it just looks at you. You,
I don't like this.
servant of Athreos. Step forward.
So I was gonna say, Thea, did you know this guy?
It's like you just like wave your hand, say bye, bye,
This is a guy you went to college with?
land shark.
Thea, this figure kind of steps out of the darkness for a little bit. You can now see what it is. Make either a history or religion check with advantage.
Ooh, what's better? Religion. Definitely religion. That's a little better.
Yes.
With
Yes.
advantage.
Use the religion. Use it.
God, I'm. Oh, shit. Not much better. 10.
10. That's enough. Because of who you are, that's enough. Anybody else would have had to do a higher DC. You would know that this is known as a Felselkia, a
I
guardian
don't like it.
of the underworld. They guard entrances to the underworld.
Thea, what is it?
It's a. What was the name again?
It is called a Phylaskia. Phylaskia.
Laskia.
Phylaskia.
Why do
Okay.
I ask these questions?
I'll whisper to Arthos as. Or did you say that mentally?
I would say that mentally, yeah.
I will mentally respond, a guardian of the underworld, and I will take one step forward. But he asked. He didn't say how close.
Right there is fine. Do you know this thief? Kind of points the sword to the now dead thief.
He passed us on the road.
You see, he kind
What
of
did he steal?
nothing. He tried to hide in this cave beyond its borders. Do you plan to do the same?
We planned to move on. We're not trying to get into your cave.
Kind of looks you up and down. You can see its like eyes just piercing through you. All right. Fine. You may go. Take
I thank you. And I will
Yes.
bow.
with you. He kind of kicks the chest over to you.
Very well. We shall get it away from your gate. Thank you.
Kind of looks, it just looks at you. And it slowly walks back in.
I will pick up the chest and I will walk away.
Please tell me that's not a gateway into the underworld.
It is. Let's go.
No, boy.
So long as we don't try to get in and past him, we should be fine. I think.
All right.
We'll just keep walking for a while to make sure.
I'm gonna
A
be the
new
little
campsite.
baby. I'm gonna be the little baby in the general Discord channel here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Oh, nope, 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 nope.
Like, no, get away from him. Nope, get away from him. Nope, get away from him.
Nope, 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 nope.
Yeah,
nope.
I
Oh,
think
money.
it's-
Oh, nope, 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 nope. Money, money, money. Oh, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, I think it's imperative
we
that
got
we
the
get the hell out of here.
chest. He kicked the chest to us. I have it. I'm carrying it. I'm just not going to count it until we get somewhere else.
Yeah, cool. Let's go find a new place to camp out. Let's go.
All right, you guys start to get past. You guys now find a decent mountain path to camp down for the night. Thea, are you going to go through Are you going to go through the test? Go through the chest.
Yes, carefully if possible, just to make sure there's nothing weird about it, because that was a weird day.
All right. You do find 30 more gold pieces that were left. In total, if you guys would have stopped the rider or killed him, all in total could have been 500 gold pieces. But it is what it is. But Thea, you see a little ring sitting inside. Little, like, bronze ring. You do notice that this bronze ring has the same symbol that was on Leopold's new armor, that ram's head.
That's interesting. I'll show that to the group.
Ooh, quite the ring.
As you begin,
Ram's head, specifically for the royal family?
yes, it
Because
is.
I know. Okay, because I remember the Lectoi also used.
Yes. So basically, the Lectoi and the royal family. So this is pretty important.
They both use the same
Yes.
ram.
Yes.
Okay, so
The
not
ram's
necessarily trying
head.
to-
The only difference: the Lectoi have two horns. The royal family have 4 to, like, symbolize Akros's, like, helmet. Excuse me.
Okay, so does this one have 2 or 4?
This has 4.
Oh,
Oh, fun times. How much gold?
How much gold
So
total? Was
80
30 gold pieces inside the chest.
yeah, so that's 6
Yeah.
each.
Not a mighty haul, but
So-
a haul nonetheless.
So with all the gold we found today, that's 80 gold. So that would be 16 each. I'm going to give 10 of that to Arthos. And
Okay.
another 10 when we get it. And I'll keep 6 for myself.
All right.
As you are looking over the ring, you notice something really interesting. You look and you see an engraving. It is in common. It reads this: "To my lovely wife, may we never be apart, whether in death or in Nyx. ANX."
Do you know what ANX means?
ANX is the name
Anax,
of,
that was
the name of the king.
Yeah,
Oh.
the king.
So,
Yeah,
who
this
said
is
he
that
had
ring that what's his name was talking about.
the assassin. The assassin said he still wore the ring.
Yeah,
this would probably be Siamede's ring.
Interesting.
Ooh, okay, we might want to hold on to this for a while.
That is quite important.
Yes.
I mean, if we don't hold on to it, we definitely want to send it back to the Queen and Leopold for them to hold on to. Because it's, I mean, until we can confirm the Queen or the King or Queen is alive, it's their ring through inheritance.
Yes.
Right. Indeed.
We're traveling, though. Perhaps it'll help us if we happen to run into whatever the king has become.
Yeah. Mind if I
Now.
hold on to it?
Okay. Vezik, you can now type in Siamese wedding ring.
Ooh.
Alright, how do you spell that?
Siamese is that one I have to look up. Ekros. S no CYMEDE.
Alright.
I'll post that in the chat just in case, because sometimes my words are not correct. But let's go ahead and put that in there. That is Queen Siamese ring.
Interesting.
Because it has Anex's name on it. So you would, how most couples do it, they put their name on their opposite's ring. At least that's how I know, how I figure it goes. But
Makes sense.
so with that, you guys camp down for the evening. Is there anything anybody wants to do as you're camping down for the evening?
Before we all start camping down, Arthos is gonna try to find a ledge to see if he can see the fields, like the plains, from where he's up in the mountains.
You can.
Arthos is just contemplating in his mind and is praying to his goddess, like, "Oh, please give me the strength to pass through these goddamn plains."
Make a religion check for me.
Cool. Ooh, okay. Let me go back to my character sheet for a second. 16.
16, not bad. Okay, keeping track. Fezzik, anything for you?
A little bit of a workout.
Okay. Your 5 push-ups and 5 pull-ups, 5 sit-ups.
Sit-ups.
That, everyone told you to do?
Yep.
Alright. Thea, anything for you?
I would probably just find a quiet spot, say a prayer to Athreos, possibly apologizing for getting a little close to one of the gates, and thanking him for letting us pass unharmed.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Yeah, that was really close. If you would have got any closer, this thing would have attacked. But, okay. Cantor, anything for you?
If I just do my nightly prayers,
Okay.
and I'll be more than willing to take one of the watches.
Okay.
Arthos will take third watch.
Okay, who wants to take first watch?
I can do first.
Okay, go ahead and make that perception check for me.
It rolls right into my prayers into the watch.
Okay.
What did I get? Why am I still rolling 2 of them? Oh no, I didn't. I rolled 1, so it's a 12.
Well, okay. Nothing bad happens on your watch. Second watch.
I can take that.
Okay, Thea.
Do you want it, Fezzik?
Okay. Alright, Thea, go ahead
Hello.
and make that perception check.
Perception. Natural 20 for a 23.
Okay. You're pretty wide awake, especially for coming that close to one of these servants of the underworld.
We nearly died, guys.
Yeah, these things are mean.
Ooh, we're awake.
third watch now.
Yeah, that would be me.
Okay.
Perception. Oh, Arthos is very perceptive today. He's too worried about the fields. That's going to be an 11.
11. Your mind is kind of in other places as the sun begins to rise, but nothing bad happens. For the sake of brevity, is there anything anybody wants to do on this, the second, third, or fourth days of travel? Thea.
No, not that I can think of.
Fezzik.
Nothing different.
Okay. Cantor, anything for you?
No, not really.
Arthos.
He's pretty much going to do the same thing he did day one. Just look out at the fields, pray to his god, and occasionally fire off like a firebolt into the air.
Okay. On the fourth day, Arthos, you guys can now see that you are now at the, almost at the peak. You can almost see all of the plains down beneath you. It's a pretty long drop. You can kind of see how it goes, but you guys come, and it takes you a little bit, but you guys come to another cave. But
Oh boy.
You see that there's a
Not
big
again.
stone door. And on the large stone door, there is a symbol that is encrusted. It's almost made out of bronze. I will show you what that. I can't give a very good description of what it looks like, so I'll have to send it to you for you guys to get what this image really looks like. It almost looks like, if I had to guess, it looks like almost like two. It almost kind of looks like two, scythes, like the sharp parts of the scythes, with a circle in the middle. It's a really interesting symbol, at least from how I picture this image being.
Oh.
Is that something one of us would recognize?
Anybody can make a religion check.
Religion.
Can I do one as well?
Yes, you may. Once they explain to you what's in front of you.
That's
That's
going to
probably
be a solid 18 for me, buddy.
18.
This is like
You beat me
my
this time,
best
16.
religion check ever. I got an 11.
Wow.
That's
I guess
literally my
everyone
best.
else is more religious than.
Yeah, that's what's hilarious. What did you get, Thea?
16.
16? Thea and Arthos, you can tell that this symbol belongs to the god of the forge, Theros.
So, should we knock or open the door?
Probably more polite.
That
to
would
not.
probably be the polite thing to do. Knock.
Are we assuming that this is the dragon's lair, or that we're walking into a forge of?
You hear the sounds of something above. It kind of takes you back for a moment. But you see that it looks like a anvil wrought bronze deer with wings. You guys remember this thing? You came across it. This was the burnished heart that had the broken wing.
Oh.
It comes down and it kind of comes over to you, Thea, and you notice it.
No?
You see it kind of opens up enough, and it kind of pulls on your dress, kind of to pull you closer to the door.
Okay. I'll.
Ooh.
As you get close to the door, you watch a symbol on the little deer lights up. The same symbol is the same symbol of Furforos, and you can see the door light up, where that symbol is, and the door opens and shifts back inside the mountain.
Does the country?
Little Fred.
I think we should keep our guard up.
You see, it kind of like it begins to lead the way. For the time being, this is not what it looks like, but this is kind of what it looks like at the same time. Instead of a ram, think of like a stag.
A deer.
A stag.
Yeah.
A stag or deer. And it kind of just leads you inside. And it kind of looks to see if you guys are following.
Well, I guess we have no choice.
Follow.
I'll definitely follow.
Sure.
You guys follow.
Keep your guards up.
This thing, as it hits the dark, it does have some light. So even those that don't have dark vision, you can see in front of you. And I will bring you guys to a new map. As you guys trudge for about 10 minutes in darkness. You come...
Or for me, that would just be a Tuesday.
A large forge. This is the door you guys come out of, right here.
Okay.
And you come to this immaculate, open, warm forge. You can see that it is still going. You can see the lava coming down and up from a conveyor belt being turned and being brought into this large platform. Top of the platform, you do see chains that seem to hold up this large, just looks like a workspace. But you notice that the anvil and everything is too big for a normal blacksmith to work on. This is almost the size of a bus. And it's just kind of sitting there. You can hear the sounds of the lava beneath. Kind of just every now and then a rock kind of falls, and you can hear the sound of it getting roasted as you all come in. And you see it the little thing kind of walks through and kind of goes underneath the conveyor. It kind of comes up the stairs over here. So, I have visitors.
Oh, I'm not.
Did we ever learn the dragon's name?
I don't think we never did.
Yes, you did. His
Yes, we
name
did.
is Thraxis.
Thrax. Greetings, mighty Thraxis. I presume?
Oh, you know my name. Well,
Of course. Everyone knows of the mighty Thraxis.
you charm me, boy. Give me a moment. Oh, all right. It's been a while since I got up. Hold on. And you could hear heavy breathing, and from the smoke from over to the right, you see this large red dragon just kind of stick its head out. All right. Oh, now you're much smaller than I expected. Well, compared to me, that everyone's smaller. All right. Sorry. Sometimes the smoke gets to me.
Understandable.
Wow. What
It's
brings you to my forge?
Fezzik the stone? Or the gem?
Oh, I have it.
Yeah, we come bearing a gem, a dragon's breath gem.
Oh, interesting.
That
And how did
that
you
has lost.
acquire this gem?
It belonged to a pretty a chef in Akros.
Oh, that annoying tiefling. So, he sent you to do his work. All right.
Well, we volunteered.
It's ours now.
Well, I could do this, but I generally do trades. In fact, I could use some strapping young adventurers such as yourself.
Oh, and what would you need us for
Oh.
exactly?
So, you probably don't know this, but most dragons have hoards of gold and jewelry. I
From what
collect
we've heard.
weapons and build. Believe it or not, I do occasionally work and build things. I wanted to make the perfect creation for Theros, but I don't know if it is good enough for his eyes. So, I want you to test it for me.
Like, fight it?
Yes!
I'm assuming it's this creation is an automaton of some sorts.
Yes, it is. Of my own creation. I will, of course, if you die, I will bring you back. But you don't get your, but I don't refill the gem. If you survive, I can check the default of said thing, and you can let me know if there are any cracks and such, any improvements I can make on this thing.
Right. Also, side note, we might be inquiring of some information as well. I'm assuming you know of Xenagos and all the problems he's been causing lately.
Oh, yes, I've been around since Xenagos was a boy. A young hatchling I was.
Right, yes. I'm assuming you know much information about the cult that he has gathered.
I've eaten a couple.
Right. Okay.
I hope they didn't give you indigestion.
Oh,
Yeah, we've run into a
Terrible.
couple of them ourselves, and I assume they would give quite a bit of a kick going out.
oh, they wasn't fun, but did, well, a little cuts on the inside, but I heal very quickly. Anyway,
Right.
besides the point.
I'm assuming then you must know about the shards of Nelia's arrow.
I have heard stories.
So, besides the gem that needs fixing, we would like to know if we win this bout, to learn of any information that you would have on these shards.
Deal. That sounds fine. I am fine with that.
All right, then. Is everyone in agreement? We fight this thing, and then...
I'm assuming we're not fighting it in the forge.
Oh, no, you're
Well,
fighting
no.
it here.
Can you transform your forge into a fighting arena that quickly?
I can at least cover the spaces that will roast you alive.
That would be
Okay.
nice.
You see, you kind
And
of collapse, and you just watch
That's
as
like
where
courteous.
the stone ends. You see bronze platforms begin to cover the fire beneath. So if you guys do step over here, there's a bronze platform. Just the map.
So, if right here, Arthos is fine.
Yeah.
Example.
It hasn't moved yet for me, but it takes a little bit. Sometimes roll 20 can be a little fickle, but anywhere where the fire is, you're fine.
okay.
All right, let's
And
fight this
Theros,
thing.
You said that should your creation be better than us, that you could bring us back if we die?
Oh yes. Just for collateral. You see, he goes ahead and pulls out. You see, he pulls out 5 diamonds. I promise I'll bring you back. Kind of puts them
Wow.
right there.
All right then.
A generous dragon as well as mighty.
Thank you.
Yes.
You flatter me. Now, for my creation. You see, he kind of rises. His wings flap. You see, his platform raises a little bit, and out from right here on this area, right here, you see like a little light opens up, and you can hear almost this large, like bellowing sound. I can't do a bellow, so I'm not even going to attempt to do a bellow. Maybe one day I can, but right now I cannot.
We're not all Matthew Mercer.
Yes, but
No, we are not.
watch as very similar, but this thing is a ram.
Oh boy.
It's about the right size. And it's got wings. It stretches out. So you see steam hisses from different parts of the joints. As that is where we're going to stop our session for the evening.
Oh boy.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by and listening in with us. Goodbye, my friends. We hope you enjoyed the show. I wish we could continue, but it's time for us to go. We appreciate the memories made, never to be forgotten. There will be more to be made next time at the Bardic Cauldron.